I need that sports encyclopedia. Where you at, Steve Kim? Got Trent in the cut.
What are you? He's the best.
Yeah.
He's a master motivator.
I'm a master motivator. I ain't no regular ass motivator. I'm a fucking master.
Coaches tried to make practice so hard that the game was less intrusive. Like they coached you that way. Like people think, well, they were just yelling. No, they were trying to put you under stress and put you in under duress so that when you got in the game, you could mentally handle adversity.
If you go through JUCO and you make it out of JUCO, you can make it anywhere.
I respect the hell out of you to see that you're doing what you're doing and still doing what you're doing for real, the way you do it, man. You said from day one you had the same enthusiasm. You keep the same enthusiasm, and it's fucking contagious.
In my opinion, I think Shedeur Sanders is the best deep ball in college football. I don't think
Can you just say something nice about Shedeur Sanders?
I love talking ball. It's nice to connect with guys that are like-minded and just are real and genuine.
And I'll proudly stand up next to you. Oh, God bless America.
You said belt to ass, T-Red. You got the belt around you.
Smitty and Jason Brown.
Coach JB Show.
It is Merciless Monday. We're in the buildings. Tap in, chime in, subscribe, become a member on the realest show on planet Earth. Powered by BetUS TV. Head on over there today. Use the promo code Coach JB. We are in the building. It's Merciless Monday, and I'm taking no mercy on this Merciless Monday. We are tired of the bullshit. We're tired of it. We're going to dive right into it, right out the gate. Smitty will join us in a second, but you know who's on that thumbnail, and his name is Brock Purdy overpaid. Brock is Purdy overrated. Brock is pretty much ruining the 49ers' chances of getting back to a Super Bowl for their foreseen future. But listen, this is what happens when the market dictates positional salaries. This is what happens, and this is why the NFL is being ruined at the quarterback position. Teams overpay for under-deliverers, and just take a listen to this list I have for everyone, all you good folks in here this morning on this Merciless Monday on the Coach JB Show with Big Smitty. Dak Prescott, guess what he makes a year? $60 million. Jordan Love, guess what he makes a year? $55 million. Trevor Lawrence, $55 million. Joe Burrow, $55 million. Josh Allen, $55 million. Tua, $53 million. Purdy now is in the $53 million club. Jared Goff, $53 million. Justin Herbert, $52.5 million. Lamar Jackson, $52 million. What is the one thing those guys all have in common? Oh, that's right. No fucking rings whatsoever. A combined 24 playoff wins. 10 quarterbacks with 24 total playoff wins. And over $500 million worth of salary. Burrow has 5 playoff wins alone. Jared Goff has 5 playoff wins alone, and Josh Allen leads the pack with 7. Everyone else on that list has 3 or less, including Dak Prescott with a whopping 2 playoff victories. Lamar Jackson with a whopping 3 playoff victories. Everyone else on that list is boo-boo. Tua. Brock Purdy, yeah, I get you led your team to a Super Bowl. You're a great story, son. Mr. Irrelevant, etc. I get it. You led your team to a Super Bowl. Everyone's still salivating over Mr. Irrelevant leading his team to the Super Bowl. But so did Colin Kaepernick and porn star Jimmy. But what do I know? Let's dive right into it, man. My Far East Sider, my main man, 317, Lamar Jackson loving, LeBron hairline having, Caitlin Clark jocking. We'll see if he's still jocking her after today. My main man, Big Smitty, joins the show.
Yes, sir. Caitlin Clark Jockin, the best player in the game right now. Not the best, but my favorite. What's going on, y'all, man? It's Monday, man. May 19th, 6:08 a.m. Pacific time, 9:08 Eastern time. I got my main man, JB, right here talking crazy already. It's been 8 minutes. He's talking crazy already. Young Benny in the background. JB spilling stuff all over like a little kid, but it wouldn't be this show. It wouldn't be this show right here without people like Patrick, I'm Hall of Fame, Chris Dabano, Cole Vaden. We got a new person, BWSDB. From Texas to Washington. We got Talk That Shit, Trail. What's going on, Trail? We got Quinn. We got Coach Vanny. We got some new people in the chat. I'm turned up right now, man. Subscribe right now if you ain't subscribed yet.
Fuck.
Jason, what happened, homie?
Spilled my coffee, homie.
How you do that?
Huh?
How you do that?
I have no idea. But I don't know. You said I was talking some bullshit. Can I ask, before we dive into what the bullshit is, can I ask you a real quick question? There was a Game 7 last night in NBA, the great NBA that you think is so great, and it was a 40-point blowout for a Game 7. The most in the history of the NBA on the ticker. More blowouts have occurred this year by 25 points or more than in the history of the NBA. So let me go back to Big Smitty. Mike, is the NBA still a great watch? Go.
Overall, yes, but I will agree that the blowouts, some of these blowouts have been concerning and unfortunate. But I tend to focus on the games that are not blowouts.
Those are great words, homie. Those are like big time words, like major corporation words, like concerning. What was the other one?
I don't know. Like I just said a regular thing, and then like to you, your brain so micro that me using regular vernacular within my language was mind blowing to you. So
concerning. There's been, homie, it's horrible. It's fucking god awful. You can't watch the basketball games. It's unbelievable. Every game 6 or 7 is
every game ain't a blowout though, Jason. I get it. The
blowouts
are hard to watch. The actual blowouts, but
Smitty, Game 7 shouldn't be a blowout. Game 7 shouldn't be a blowout. That's not good basketball.
I agree. But let's talk about the other games that are not blowouts. Why do you only come in here and talk negative about the games that are blowouts?
Because, homie, that's what sells. The games that aren't blowouts are garbage.
We never talk about the big games. Like that whole series been damn near good, and like we never talk about the good games. We never talk about
damn near good. Here, damn near good means bad, by the way. FYI.
No, I mean it's almost good. It's like it's almost there. Like we never talk about the good moments, the good games, the Pacers, the Tyrese Halliburton game winners. We ain't talk Pacers all fucking playoffs, and they're in the Eastern Conference Finals again. But it's okay. Like I know your MO. You only come on here. You watch sports all weekend. You find all the negative things you can pull from, and you put on the rundown so you can be pissed for 3 hours. Go, Jason.
Define damn near good.
Damn near good means like if this is the scale, and like this is good, I'm damn near there. I'm right here. I'm not good, but I'm close. I'm damn near good. And then it's bad. We're not bad. No, we're not bad at all. Like you can't see. Bad is off the scale. It's off the camera. This is good. I'm damn near. I'm damn near good. This is good. I'm damn near it. I'm near it.
But you're damn near bad, though, too.
Nah.
That's the funny part.
You can't do both. Two things can't be true.
Yeah, that is. Because you said right here, I'm damn near good. And then guess what happens if you go this way? You're damn near bad.
But you're not going that way. Who said you're going that way?
Here's the thing, homie. You got fooled by fool's gold with the Knicks being down 20 but to the Celtics, coming back and winning late in those 2 games in Boston, stole the show. That's really what the NBA playoffs have been. The game was horrible, though. Both of those games were bad. Blowout, 20-point game. Knicks come back late, and they hit a couple threes, and they win a game at the end. That's how bad the overall product is bad, homie. You can't tell me, take those 2 games, add those to the blowouts. Just think about what this playoff tournament would be right now. It's fucking bad, homie. I don't know how you watch it, though. So seriously, it's like it's bad watch right now. I'm gonna be honest. I can't take you seriously right now if you think NBA is really good.
I can't wait till these conference championships, though, man. You got Knicks and Pacers, man. The history, like you showed before, they've been building this up since the season, before the season. WWE, Tyrese Halliburton, our main man, Jalen Brunson. The Knicks fans are crazy. Pacers fans are crazy. These are two basketball states and in cities, and it's going to be.
I hope it is. I hope it is, dog. I hope it is.
I hope it's going to happen for sure.
Yeah, tomorrow will be game blowout.
Tom Thibodeau, Rick Carlisle. If you just watch the style of play, you know what's about to happen.
When's that series play? When's that series start? Wednesday, right? Yeah, Wednesday. We'll be a thumbnail Wednesday. We'll make it some sexy. Make a sexy thumbnail, old school, new school combined. I love the Patrick Ewing, Reggie Miller era.
Reggie Miller's calling the game in New York. You got Spike Lee there, Ewing, all the Knicks legends pulling up. It's about to be crazy, you know what I mean?
We're supposed to have a Knicks legend on today. NBA Knicks legend Chris Childs.
I threw a little, you know what I mean? So it better happen.
Chris Childs, perfect guest to have on since the Knicks are in the conference finals again against the Pacers. We'll ask him about those. He's played in a few of those. But anyway, I let in Smitty real quick. Go ahead and dive into the bullshit that you said that I said.
I didn't say it was bullshit. I said he was clowning. He was clowning already.
Oh, yeah. Well, 10 quarterbacks got 24 total playoff wins. Tua, obviously, he has one. So where are you at with these guys in this overpaid, under-delivering era? And I said fairly. I said, to Smitty's point, this is what the market has dictated.
Thank you.
So I'm not mad at the player. I'm just telling you, like you say, homie, two things can be true. Guess what? You can be very average and get overpaid. Like that's what's happening right now. That's what the NFL has become at the quarterback position. Let's be real. And I'll be if I'm Patrick Mahomes today, I know he bought his girl fake titties over the weekend, but if I'm him, homie, if I'm him, homie, I'm irate today. I'm fucking throwing shit across the room. I'm putting my dad back in fucking rehab, fucking DUI. I'm doing anything today that I can. I'm getting rid of my weirdo fucking brother. I'm fucking irate today because I got the fucking only guy in the room with Super Bowl rings, and I ain't on that list. I just named 10 QBs, and Patrick Mahomes is not on it as the highest paid. That is a travesty, in my opinion. That's why the NFL QB position is faltering hard, floundering hard right now. That's why. Come on, homie. To me, you should be results-oriented. It should keep, like, I wish the NFL would base it on what you do. Patrick Mahomes should always be ahead unless somebody takes over in Super Bowls during this era. Burrow, fucking Trevor Lawrence, whoever tops him, then he'll become second guy. I would love to do that. That would be fucking fire. That would be the most competitive fucking salary you would ever make in the NFL based on your fucking rings or victories in the playoffs or vice versa. But damn. Trevor Lawrence, Smitty and I liked him. We thought he was going to be good. He's last 2 years been a bust. Jordan Love, he's got one playoff victory. Burrow's at least went to a Super Bowl. He's tasted it. He's got 5 playoff wins. Josh Allen's got 7 wins, but yet to get to the big dog. Tua, Brock Purdy, now in the same mix. Golf is a deer in headlights when it matters most. Justin Herbert, and then Lamar Jackson.
Don't laugh with Lamar. Don't laugh with Lamar. Don't laugh with Lamar.
We're paying Lamar.
AFC Championship game, overtime MVP. I say this every single time, man. It's extremely hard to win a Super Bowl. And at the end of the day, there's how many teams are in NFL? Was it 32 teams?
Yep.
One team wins every single year. So you're telling me 31 other quarterbacks who are starting for teams, no matter what they did all year long, no matter how great of a season they had, no matter what their stats say, their numbers say, if they didn't win a Super Bowl, then they're not worth the money. I disagree with that. And you just said a few minutes ago that you wish they got paid for what they did. A lot of them, not all of them, because I'll admit some of these guys are overpaid in my opinion, but a lot of them are getting paid for what they did. Joe Burrow is getting paid for what he has done and what they think he can provide. Lamar Jackson is getting paid for what he has did and what they think he can provide. Obviously, Mahomes, you say what we want. We can look at the year-to-year average or whatever. The man got a $500 million contract for a long-term deal, and he's going to get all of that. So in a big picture, Patrick Mahomes is more than okay. He's more than fine. He's making the most out of everybody in a big picture. So, like, guys are getting paid. Now, there are some guys like a Tua, a Trevor Lawrence, who you look at their resume, you're like, man, I don't know. no MVPs, either no playoff wins or one playoff win, whatever the case may be. Stats are so you look at some of those guys and they're getting paid solely because there's no other quarterback. Like it's like their contracts are up. If I drop them, who do I go to? So for a lot of these teams are like, hey, this is better than nothing. So there are some of those examples, but a lot of the guys who are getting paid are guys who have either proven to show how great they are, or they have substantial amount or they have a substantial amount of just upside to them at the same time. Go ahead, Jason.
Lamar hasn't done anything for the Ravens but lose playoff games. It's contrary to what you just said.
Lamar's a two-time MVP. Lamar's a guy who has led the Ravens to win double-digit wins every single year he's there. He's led them to an AFC championship game, lost to the Chiefs by a touchdown. So we can say what we want. It's not just Super Bowl or bust, Jason. There are Super Bowl winning quarterbacks that are not better than guys who I'm naming. Eli Manning is not better than Joe Burrow. Eli Manning ain't better than Lamar Jackson. Eli Manning ain't better than a lot of guys, but he won a Super Bowl. Joe Flacco ain't better than Lamar Jackson. Joe Flacco ain't better than Joe Burrow. Joe Flacco ain't better than Josh Allen, but he won a Super Bowl. The list can keep going on. Winning a Super Bowl isn't the only thing. Yes, that's the ultimate goal, but it's not the only thing, homie. It is what it is. It's the same thing with other sports. There's NBA players who never won a ring. Reggie Miller ain't never won a ring. He's one of the all-time greats. Carmelo Anthony never won a ring all-time. Charles Barkley, your guy, all-time great. You always say how great he is. Sometimes shit just happens. It's not all just about the ring, Jason. It's not. It's extremely hard to win a fucking Super Bowl. And back to Brock Purdy. We can say we want about Brock Purdy. Do I think talent-wise he's worth getting paid? No.
I had a great point.
Man has went to an NFC championship game, and then he broke his elbow in the first fucking drive. So, okay. Then he went to a Super Bowl in which that game he balled out and outplayed the $500 million man. Patrick Mahomes on the other side, and they just didn't get over the hump. But I'm not putting that game on Purdy. So it's like, what the hell? You don't want Purdy to get paid, and he actually fucking won and got to Super Bowl and balled out in the game. But then you said Lamar Jackson ain't done enough. But then you said,
did I talk, homie? Did I talk? God damn, homie. I don't know what the fuck I was going to say no more.
That's
Holy
cool.
Shit, homie. You just said a bunch of nothing.
You did a whole essay at the beginning when I'm off the fucking screen, homie. So I'm going to do my rant when I come in, homie.
By the way,
I'm
ain't no
rant.
You ain't got no rant. You ain't got no rant. Your rant was shitty, homie.
That is
the Ravens got 2 Super Bowl rings, homie, without your fucking hero. What's he done for the city? What's he done for the city, homie? Nothing. He's got two MVPs. That's for himself. That ain't for the
Lamar
city.
Jackson topic or the Brock Purdy thumbnail,
homie.
Baby, show a thumbnail, baby, please.
What's he done for Baltimore? What's he done for Baltimore?
Thumbnail,
Not
baby,
a motherfucking thing. You know what he's done for
Brock
Baltimore?
fucking
He's
Purdy.
lost, homie.
Stay locked in.
He lost.
Get off his ball sack. We're not talking Lamar Jackson. We're talking Brock Purdy.
You just did a 10-minute rant, homie.
I brought up 7 quarterbacks to Lamar. Clickbait.
Now I got to get off Lamar because you did a 10-minute rant on Lamar.
Clickbait. I talked Burrow. I told every quarterback.
Well, let me hit you. Let me cook you real quick.
Burrow.
So Kenny Pickett, you know what he has that Lamar don't have? A Super Bowl. You know what Purdy don't have that Kenny Pickett has? A Super Bowl. Again, why the NFL is so mediocre at fucking quarterback. But you say you love to use the Lamar's helped Baltimore. What's he done? Give out eggs, homie? He ain't done shit for Baltimore. He lost playoff games in Baltimore. He ain't won shit. Last time I checked, homie, Ray Lewis is Baltimore, and 2 quarterbacks that were mid at best won Super Bowl rings, but your legend can't win shit. That's crazy, but he always gets a pass on this show by Smitty. It's funny. But let me ask you this. Brock Purdy, $53 million a year, who don't have shit. He's 4-2 in playoffs. I get it. Cool. But is that $53 million, homie? Come on, you keep defending these mediocre cats. You just started the show off by saying, I agree, they're overpaid. And then you went on a whole rant saying now they're not. Like, which one is it, homie? Like, are they overpaid or not? Like, I don't understand. Because you just went all over the place to defend Lamar Jackson. That's what's crazy about it. You went back to Lamar, homie. Purdy's on the thumbnail.
I said I agree that some quarterbacks, and if you listen and not just to respond,
you can just went on.
I mentioned the quarterbacks. I said a Tua, a Trevor Lawrence were 2 of the examples who I said you look at their resume, their stats, and what they've done. I don't feel like they match the pay. Those guys. But then I went on to also list guys like Burrow, Josh Allen, Lamar, Patrick Mahomes, guys who have resume-wise have earned every fucking cent. It's not just Super Bowls for me. That's why we argue. That's the only reason why we argue, basically. You look at it, if you ain't won a Super Bowl, you ain't done shit for the city.
Nah,
or
it's
the
not
team.
true.
That's cap. And for
Not
you
true.
to be a football coach,
Not true.
somebody who played football for a long time,
true.
that's insane for you to
Not
say that.
true.
It makes no sense. It
That's
actually
not
takes away.
true.
It takes away a lot of your credibility. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, if I'm a fan watching this show and I'm watching you, and not just a regular fan, a fan who played the game of football, and I hear you say takes like that, it makes me cringe. It makes me not even want to watch the show. Because it's clickbait. Because it's stupid to say that. It makes no sense. So you're basically saying Joe Burrow hasn't done nothing for Cincinnati at all. Josh Allen did nothing for the Bills. Lamar did nothing for the Ravens. The list keeps going on. If you ain't won a Super Bowl, you ain't did shit for your team. Come on, bro. You sound insane. Jared Goff ain't did nothing for the Lions. Stop it, homie. The Lions ain't been shit forever. He gets there after Matthew Stafford couldn't take him nowhere. He gets there and he makes them a legit fucking franchise. Stop, homie. You sound insane.
Oh man.
Man, you just clickbait. Matt was right.
I feel like I have secondhand embarrassment for you when you talk about quarterbacks.
Matt was right.
I have like a weird vibe right now that I feel like I'm embarrassed for you. So I'm not even going to cook you no more because I don't want you to get embarrassed nationally when you don't know about quarterback play at all.
The show ain't national.
You barely know about D-line play, so a little less quarterback play. So we can't even move on without that. I'm like you defend. You think Shador is the best quarterback ever? Lamar Jackson is MVP. He's lost more games than he's won. Like, it's crazy to me. But anyway, mediocrity is the new excellence. So we might as well get into a mediocre quote of the day. Brought to you by BetUS. Smitty makes my quotes mediocre now because he doesn't rate them and he shits on them, and it is what it is. Let's get right into the quote of the day. Brought to you by BetUS. Smitty, it's a long one. So hopefully macro thinkers are alive and well today so you can understand the quote. And then Smitty will have like a shit-eating grin on his face as I say it, and then that'll deter his following in the chat, and then they'll rank it low and shit on it, and then we won't get paid by BetUS. So Smitty's actually making us fail. So, quote of the day brought to you by BetUS. Slowly losing friends is part of growing up. We don't lose friends. We just learn who the real ones are. God damn. It's a little long, but macro, you understand it? It's deep. It's deep.
Ding.
Repeat
Bottom 10 alert.
Repeat it right now. Go. Since you listen. Go.
Slowly losing friends is
listen.
We don't lose friends. We just learn who the real ones are.
Fuck.
Where you going?
My door is open.
Why you keep getting up? Hey, you got one more of those the rest of the show.
My door was open, homie. My door was open.
Why's that? It don't matter. Ain't nobody there.
I said that quote just for you. So anyway, contrary to belief, brought to you by BetUS. Smitty, success offends the hell out of people who don't want to see you win.
That's pretty good.
Contrary to belief. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
The other one's too long because see, you're this new generation that you think all players should get paid and they should be able to transfer 12 times and it's all about the kid, JB, blah, blah, blah. You're this new generation. Why you can't handle anything more than a sentence. So once the quote goes over a sentence, you lose it. You're like, fuck, I can't understand it. So you're the problem. You're a part of the problem.
That quote was extremely simple. So like we all can understand it. It just was like some basic, regular, everyday shit. It was like whatever. Real friends until you see who they are. Like that's some lazy shit you just came up with right before the show. That's some extremely lazy shit. I'm disappointed in you.
Poll question, Smitty. Let's dive right into it. Another rant, another fucking debate. Will the 49ers get back to a Super Bowl? That's the question. It's not about nothing else. Will they get back to a Super Bowl? And obviously, we know who's going to lead them, if anyone is, because they just signed Brock Purdy to a $53 million per year contract, $265 million, $181 million guaranteed.
Give me a time frame. Like what? Next 5 years? Next 3?
Under him. He's the quarterback, so it's under him, obviously. During his tenure, obviously.
That's a good question. it's a broad question. Like I don't see them going
macro,
like
you got to be macro. You're like trying to figure out what I mean.
I don't see them going the next couple years. I don't like the next like 2-3. I don't see them being there. But like let's say Purdy's there for the next like 8 years. Could I see Coach Shanahan and seeing them put together another Super Bowl capable team and making it back? Yeah, I could see it. But short term, I don't see him. But assuming Purdy stays healthy, he's there for another 5+ whatever years. I can see them eventually getting back, but it's going to be a little bit of a journey. I believe in Shanahan. I believe in the organization. You know what I'm saying? So I think they could get there, but not next couple years. Go ahead.
So why pay him $53 million then?
Because
just answer my question, homie. Thank you.
I'm not the GM. Number one.
I get that.
Number two, he hasn't been getting paid shit. that's another thing. That's the other thing, though. Like, you're so mad that he's finally getting paid. Look at what he's gotten paid to this point. He ain't been getting paid shit. Like,
whose problem is that? Why do you feel so sorry for? You say you don't check pockets. You sure check a lot of motherfucking pockets on the show. I'm gonna tell you. Why are you worried about what he got paid, homie? Why are you worried about what he got paid? He's on a rookie deal.
The whole conversation is about him getting paid. What are you talking about?
He's on a rookie deal, which every NFL player that gets drafted is on.
He's extremely outperformed.
He has another year on the contract, homie. Why are you so worried about him getting paid?
Rookie deal.
Why are you getting so mad about his contract, homie? He's got another year. It's just called a contract, homie.
Extremely overperformed his contract.
Oh, my God.
Real organizations and teams do.
How?
What do you mean he's Mr. fucking irrelevant? Not only has he started, he led him to an NFC championship game and a Super Bowl.
I knew you were going to say that.
And he was in an MVP conversation like 2 fucking years ago. What are we talking about, bro? Are you insane? Do I need to read off his stats, his numbers? What are you talking about?
So all you guys... So you all understand that you're making my point, right? Everybody in the chat that doesn't know shit from shit, and then Smitty's making my literal point about my lead in.
You sound horrible.
The mediocrity that is the excellence has riddled your guys' fucking brains. like seriously, the mediocrity of this kills me. Holy shit. So 4-2 in the playoffs is excellence now. Because he's Mr. Irrelevant, right? That's the number one reason. He's Mr. Irrelevant. He deserves all the money.
Let me ask you this. So your guy, who I respect a lot, John Elway, I believe he was drafted like 1984, if I'm not mistaken, in that big time draft. He didn't get over the hump and get his first ring, I think, until 98. Please fact check me because this is your air. So I'm just reading off stuff that I've researched to prepare for this show. So I believe that's, if you do the math, it's like 14 seasons or something in before he won his first ring. So I'm just asking you. So you're telling me prior to 98, and I want you to be very honest, prior to 98, John Elway hadn't done nothing for the fucking Denver Broncos. He was an average-ass quarterback. Yes or no? Yes, I don't want nothing else. No.
He was an 83 draft, by the way, with Marino. But
I think he was 84. But
if you are really going to compare Elway to Purdy,
see?
Okay, I'm making sure. No, I just want to be clear there before I give you my take on what you asked.
Bigger topic because a few minutes ago you said a lot of people ain't done shit. So I want to get your.
Here's the thing, though. Elway went to 5 Super Bowls.
Did he win them?
Can I make a point? He went to 5 Super Bowls on a Denver Bronco team that was so bad when he got drafted there. Compared to Brock Purdy, who got drafted on the most loaded fucking roster in NFL. You're going to really compare this? And in the matter of factly, this era that you can't even hit the quarterback in, you're really comparing him to a guy that took 14 years or 13 years to get a Super Bowl? You kidding me? Who went through his contracts? Went through his contracts and played them out, and we didn't bitch and moan and cry about a guy on another year deal still getting paid. Oh, he deserves to get paid. He's got another year on the contract, homie. Guess what? Elway waited for his contract to come up, and then guess what? Negotiated his contract.
He got paid more, right? Even though he didn't win no rings?
When his contract was up, right?
Even though he didn't win no rings, he got paid more?
Was it when his contract was up, though, or a year before?
He got paid more even though he didn't win no rings?
Did he have crying heads like Big Smitty crying over him not getting a contract?
I'm sure he did. I bet if we go back and we read the newspapers and articles, I guarantee people were out there defending him. We didn't have social media, Jason. Stop it. It was different form of media. But my point is, the bigger point is, just for clarity, you're making a lot of excuses for a guy who didn't fucking win for 14 years. Fucking exactly. So Dan Marino, who never won, he didn't do shit at all for the fucking Dolphins. He's just an average ass quarterback. Stop it, homie. I'm cooking your ass right now because you know damn fucking
Smitty,
well
you don't know
that
enough.
winning a Super Bowl ain't everything.
Smitty, you don't know enough. You don't know enough. You don't know enough to even argue with you about. Homie, who did? Hey, name me the receivers and tight ends and O-line. No, it do matter. Yeah, see, that's why you can't talk about it, homie.
Great quarterback.
That's why you can't talk about it because you can't even name me a fucking player on the roster.
I'm asking you. That's why I'm asking you the question, OG.
You can't even. No, you just made a bunch of statements, homie. You just made a bunch of statements, but you can't answer. You can't answer me one player on that roster that Elway was throwing. Who was Elway throwing the ball to?
I asked you questions.
Did he have any Did he have any Pro Bowlers? Did he have any? Not until way later. Did he have any Pro Bowlers? Did he have any Pro Bowlers? Homie, we're talking about early on, right?
Okay, well, you just asked me to name people. I named a couple people. I mean, like, I didn't give you who you wanted. What are we talking about?
I said name me.
Earl Davis, all-time running back, one of the greatest running backs.
You know how many Pro Bowlers Purdy has, homie?
One of the all-time running backs on his team.
You know how many Pro Bowlers? You know how many Pro Bowlers Purdy has? You know how many Elway had?
Super Bowl.
Come on, homie, stop.
I know, and he went to a Super Bowl.
Are you seriously comparing this roster?
He balled out.
Are you comparing these rosters?
And he outplayed John Elway in Super Bowl too, by the way. Purdy balled out in Super Bowl. Say what you want. Go back and watch the game.
Elway went to 5 Super Bowls. Elway went to 5, homie.
Okay, and again, my point is Elway is an all-time great. He was great before the Super Bowls. The Super Bowl just uplifted him even more. That's my point. And you know he is. That's why when I asked you the question inside,
I know he's what.
I saw your chest. You was like, fuck, he kind of.
I know he's
because
what.
You know he was great before that. So like that's my point. Stop putting all the weight on.
Who was? I didn't hear what you said.
Elway was great before the Super Bowl win.
No shit.
Okay, then. So that's my point. It's not just fucking Super Bowl.
Homie, you said I can't. You said hold on, though. You're making zero sense with what you're saying, homie. You're comparing L fucking Way to Purdy.
No, this is bigger than Purdy. This is bigger than Purdy. This is your whole argument that we've been at for 2.5 years.
This is the marketing. If you don't win
the Super Bowl, you haven't done shit.
This is the market. This is the market, homie. This is the whole conversation. Like you're missing the point that you're comparing. If you don't win a Super Bowl, what have we said on this show for 3 years? What is the skill set level? What is the talent level? You're comparing Elway to Purdy, homie. Come the fuck out of here, homie. Like, seriously, you're comparing a guy that didn't win in 13 years on a horrible team in AFC West versus a guy on a loaded roster in the worst AFC or NFC West for the last 3 years until the Rams just got back on top. So you're comparing those two things? Get the fuck. Homie, come on.
You are
Purdy should never be
micro.
Homie, Elway and Purdy should never be mentioned in the same context.
Okay, let's use somebody else then. So again, it's not comparing to Purdy. I'm talking about your bigger quarterback. Again, for clarity, your quarterback conversation and quarterback belief is that if you don't win a Super Bowl, you haven't done shit. That's your word. So, okay, cool. I hear that.
That's not only my own words, homie. Don't say that's my only
before
word.
You got to the Rams.
Don't say that's my only word, though. Right? You know what context is. Give all the context to the audio listeners. You know I only say only. I say there has to be what? How good of a ball spinner you are. Your skill set. I've mentioned that 1,000 times on this show, homie.
You don't mention that when we talk about Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, and Lamar Jackson for some reason. I don't know why.
Homie, because I said the skill set needs to marry up with the Super Bowl ring at the end of the day to be on that Mount Rushmore of quarterbacks. Have I not said that?
About money, though.
No shit.
Fuck Mount Rushmore. We ain't talking about Mount Rushmore.
Homie, why are you comparing Elway, homie? The money wasn't even close. Elway made $3 million. Elway made $3 million. What are you talking about?
MVP conversations.
Elway made $3 million.
Win the playoff games.
Homie, you're comparing a guy to $53 million. You're comparing a guy that made $3 million to a $53 million?
$3 fucking million was top money at that time.
Holy shit,
what are you talking about? In 20 years, it's gonna be quarterback Jason Brown the fifth. It's gonna be making $100 million per year. It's gonna be like, oh, you only made $53 million.
Excuse me.
What happened?
What did I lead in with? Who did I say when I brought you on the show this morning? And I said, boom. Who should be irate today? Who should be the most?
Patrick Mahomes.
So why aren't you talking about Patrick Mahomes, homie?
Let's talk about it.
No, I don't want to talk about it, but that's my point. Like, why isn't he the most paid guy? You keep talking about these mid-ass quarterbacks getting paid, homie, but you refuse to talk about the guy with the
10-year deal 5 years ago where he got
$500 million. Even in the top 10. He's not even in the top 10. He's not the top 10 paid guy, dog.
Year, but if you look at the
I get it, but that's deferred.
Okay, He decided to go the long-term route versus doing a year to year. That was his thing. I don't understand what you're talking about.
My point was
he did that. So
he should always be the highest paid per year quarterback.
Sure, but he wants other guys that seem to get paid too. So like they negotiate his contract in a way to make sure he's still in position to always
That's not
win.
correct either.
Brady would do shit like that too. Like
that's not the same.
Cool.
It's not
I don't
even the
understand.
same.
If Mahomes said, "Hey, bro, I want to be the highest paid," they would figure it out. They would just figure it out. But he ain't tripping. He got $500 fucking million, basically guaranteed.
It's
like,
not.
What are we talking about?
Anyway, let's move on to the first topic, Smitty.
Yeah.
You got it.
I don't know what it is. I ain't lived it right now on all show. Let me see real quick.
Because you get cooked.
That was the first topic, but the next topic is this one. Caitlin Clark.
You don't got to tell the whole crowd what the next topic is.
The next topic is this one. So WNBA season is opened up. Very excited, man, for the weekend. I told JB last week it was coming up. He was excited. And opening game, Chicago Sky and the Indiana Fever faced off. And of course, the Fever put a belt to ass. Like I told y'all, Fever's gonna win it all this year. They got a loaded squad. And there's a play where Caitlin Clark fouled Angel Reese, made a play on the ball, regular old foul. Angel Reese got heated, kind of started yelling back at her. Caitlin Clark walked away. They separated. We move on. It's really normal basketball play. If this had been on the men's side, we wouldn't even say anything. It'd just be like regular old whatever. Like shit happens. But everybody on social media is making like a big fuss on both sides. On one side they're trying to call. I've seen people say Caitlin Clark is racist and Indiana Fever crowd is racist, and then on the other side you got people. Angel Reese just hates Caitlin Clark to the core. It's not basketball. Everybody's just making this thing bigger than what it is, in my opinion. It's a basketball play. It's a foul. They're competitive. You know what I'm saying? They've been competitive since they were in college, and that would happen. That's what happened. So, I mean, that's my take. But JB, go ahead and jump in.
Oh, that's your take. So it's just football. It's just basketball. That's it. Moving on.
Yeah.
Well, it is.
I think everybody's making a big deal.
That's fact. It's just a basketball. It's a take foul, by the way, which is illegal to foul.
Yep.
A take foul puts you at the free throw line to make you make your points instead of giving you a layup.
Yep.
Right? Is that what the definition is?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I don't get it. But what I don't like and don't get is that everybody used Reese on all the tabloids, on ESPN, DraftKings, FanDuel, saying she had a double-double and didn't mention Caitlin Clark triple-double and winning by 40 points. So I'm confused as to why that is. And no one wants to talk about that other than this show. That's what's funny to me. This broad, Angel Reese, is on every single front tabloid by losing by 40 and having a double-double when she missed 21 shots. And 9 of her missed shots were her own rebounds for her double-double. She left off. She started right where she left off last year. Shitty. Like, that's really what she is. She's a very shitty, average, best basketball player. She deserves $70,000 a year. I don't understand what the controversy is, homie. There's a little old white girl that's making this entire league make money. And I think everybody in the league should pay Caitlin Clark separately out of their own pocket for what she's doing to this shit league. She's literally making this league allowed to breathe and stay above board. That's literally what Caitlin Clark's doing. No one else draws crowd, sells tickets, merch, anyone in that league other than Caitlin Clark, the little old white girl. So I'm trying to figure out, don't say cap, homie, because you can't give me no facts that's not cap. You're cap. Because you know damn well it's right. And you're mad that it's a white girl, homie. Keep it funky. The little old white girl's carrying the WNBA. Keep it funky.
I'm mad, but your intro for over a year
Keep it real,
is
homie. Keep it
Caitlin
real.
Clark jogging.
Hey, don't sexualize
Caitlin
me.
Clark jogging is your
Don't
intro
sexualize
because
me.
you know I'm a Caitlin Clark
Don't
fan. And you've been a
sexualize me.
hater, and
Don't
you was the one
sexualize
that
me.
said she was gonna be a bust in this league. Now you want to hang on our fucking ponytail hair a year later. You thought we forgot, homie. We didn't forget. The chat didn't forget. You was
Who's
the
we?
same MFer when she
Who's
left
we?
Iowa. Said, I guarantee I put my life on the line.
Who's we,
She's gonna
homie?
be a fucking bust at the next level. Now
Who's
she's
we?
still fucking balling, looking better in year 2. She you did year one. Now you sitting there with the I ate ass face. You got the I ate ass face right now because you look and sound crazy as fuck because you were wrong again. That right there is the I ate ass face. Kayla Clark is somebody who's generating a lot of attention, bringing a lot of money to this league. She is the top dog in terms of bringing that attention to it. She ain't the only dog, homie. She ain't the only dog. You sound fucking insane if you think these Vegas games ain't packed out with fucking.
Why are you so micro with this?
You think Brianna Stewart? You think some of these other just?
Why are you so micro with this?
Ain't selling tickets. Fucking Angel Reese. It's the reason why I did Chicago.
I said selling tickets or selling
in
out
the first game because they both bring in attention. Like,
I said selling tickets or selling. Please keep it on this topic, homie, of discussion, because you're fooling the crowd and the chat thinks this is a whole nother conversation. They keep bringing up. JB said Juju's better than Clark. Homie, we're talking about what the WNBA is benefiting from right now. That's the conversation. Stop. Calm down, homie. Caitlin Clark is the only draw in the WNBA. I get that Aja Wilson may be better and a better player. Asia Wilson might be better, whatever name. This is the thing, homie. She ain't drawing this. And you're talking about Vegas selling tickets. You can sell tickets. Are they selling out arenas? No, homie. She is the only one. Stop the cap, as you would say, homie. You know damn well. Let me ask you a question real quick. Take Caitlin Clark out of the WNBA. How fucking watched is it? Let's keep it funky. No. How many tickets are being sold, homie?
I'm not arguing that. She's brought a huge buzz to it, but she's not the only draw. I'm sorry, she does not. And I know you don't watch the game, which is why I'm educating you, Jason. That's it. There's no point in arguing. You don't
She's
watch
the only draw, homie. She's the only draw.
Which is totally fine. That's
Smitty,
cool.
She's the only draw, homie. Keep it real.
I'm educating you because I do watch it more than you. I'm not saying I watch it every single day, but I watch it and keep my eye on it.
But she is the only draw. Stop making up shit.
You even know the season was starting this past weekend, so I told you.
No shit. No shit. I don't want to watch. I'm not going to watch one game, just so we know. We're clear.
You don't represent the world. You don't represent everybody else, Jason.
But she is the only draw. Just keep it funky, homie. Don't act like we're going to tune in to watch Asia Wilson. She's a good player.
People
we get
are,
it.
Though. Like
but they're not. Micro are. Micro people. Micro, homie.
Young girls, little girls who hoop, and like a lot of them are watching.
I don't understand why you defy logic.
She on Nike commercial. She on she on all like I'm being real with you. I'm not saying she's the bigger draw than Caitlin. Caitlin is the biggest draw. Duh. We got that. Anybody in the chat could know that and say that. All I'm saying is that there are other draws, not to the level of Caitlin Clark. We agree on that. But to say she's the only draw is literally, it's just wrong. And I got to make sure that I protect this show and the credibility so people don't think we're just some regular old content creator just saying shit for clickbait. You are a former fucking college coach at a high level. I'm a former Division I player, all MAC, all conference at a high level. I work in sports. You've been doing this shit for a long time. We got to have some credibility to our name. When you say shit like that, you sound like some of those guests we used to come on the show who never did anything in sports ever, but we used to have them on the show every single week. That's how you sound. So I'm trying to protect our show. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm doing it for you.
No, nobody watches WNBA without Caitlin Clark.
All right, we got what's happening now. Let's do that. Brought to you by Bet US. That's me on the right. JB's not listed on the picture. And then we're going to do this. Then we're going to go to a commercial. So go ahead, JB.
I don't know, Smitty. There's a little league coach out here that had his team refuse to shake the hands of the opposing team. Take a look.
That's horrible. That's horrible leadership, horrible example. And it's never the kid's fault. It's the adults in the room. They're either coaching or allowing, as JB always says. And at that level, for sure, they're literal kids. It's not like no height. Like at that level, it's all about just it's not even football, really. I'm gonna be real with you. At that level, we're trying to just teach these young boys to learn how to become a young man. You know what I'm saying? Like this is like life lessons. The fact that you go put them out there and you tell them not to shake their hand, like you're teaching them to be sore losers, so they don't know how to lose. You're teaching them to disrespect. You're teaching them to like be front runners. I bet you if they won the game, they'd be okay with shaking their hand. That's just poor leadership, and that's what happens when the adults, whether it's the parents or in this example, it's the coach, gets too involved where he feels like, you know, it's like it's a personal shot. Like, this ain't about you, coach. This is about the kids. You ain't no damn NFL coach or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is about some kids, and you taking this to heart like you was out there on the field getting your ass beat. And if they ain't playing good, I blame you too. You the coach, homie. So this is horrible. I didn't even see this.
So this the reason I want to show this is because it's a few years ago. A few years old, I get it. But here's the reason. Fuck. Hate white moms. The reason why I wanted to show this old what's happening now is because who's the coach and who don't understand. What do I say all the time? Why is this girl dictating what these boys do? I'm trying to figure that out, homie. He
was the one protecting the brand, though.
This why I say, though, women can't fucking raise boys to be men, homie. Stop. Why is she the one running around dictating this shit? Like, I'm trying to figure this out. Like, why, homie? Why? I'm trying to figure. Now, listen, number one, I don't understand. I don't think Smitty and I, to be fair, have enough context when what really transpired behind the scenes. Because I don't know if the other team was shitbirds, this team shitbirds, what happened during the game. For something obviously happened when the brother went over there and said, hey, we're going to shake hands. And the old boy said, nah, we're good. So that's some animosity to me, Smitty. I don't know where that came from. You and I don't understand where it came from. I don't know. I don't know that show. I don't watch it. But there's clearly some animosity. I've literally done that with my teams before prior to the game, though. I let the coach know prior we will not shake hands because there was some incidences going on in the hood, and we had to get out of there. That was a principle thing. I was trying to be nice and respectful about it, but listen, we're not going to shake hands after the game. I'll let you know now, so there's no beef after, and then let your team know prior. You know what I'm saying? So your team already knows we're not coming over, so there ain't no media fucking thing like this. So that's what I'm saying, but it's a bad look for babies. At the end of the day, this is why we have babies doing what they do right now on social media, beating teachers up, hitting teachers, no respect whatsoever. And it's all, like you said, it's from the adults in the room. These babies don't know what they don't know. So.
And that was our topic, man. What's happening then? That's something we do sometimes too, like once a month, where we take a throwback topic and we put it in the what's happening slot, but we call it what's happening then. So that was an old school slot. We'll do what's happening now tomorrow. But before we go to our first break, I saw one of our good friends of the show made something online. Let's check this out. This is who it is. Okay. Oh shoot. Oh,
what's the difference? I don't get it. So who's who?
I guess they're just showing just a strong correlation between you and Angel Reese. What it sounds like. It's like
so
you and Angel Reese.
I'm Angel Reese.
In this example, based upon what I'm evaluating from the picture, it looks like you are Angel Reese, and then your boy who you was going after is Caitlin Clark. So I don't know.
She does look like him, but me and Reese don't. Well, I guess I don't like.
Well, I guess it's more so you're being held back by two people. You're trying to go get them. They got their back turned to you. Like, I ain't gonna worry about you at all. I know you ain't gonna do nothing to me. Like, I'm not worried about you. Walk away.
And you know what's crazy? The bitches at the time said I had ass. Like I had a little bit of ass. So that's what they say about it.
Like a pause.
No, I'm saying we're equal in it too. Angel Reese.
I probably would have kept that.
Because you said like she's got ass, right? You said she got ass.
Ooh.
Or somebody on the show said she liked Angel Reese had ass. But anyway,
let's go commercial break, baby. That went far left. That went away. That went a different area.
I don't think you don't understand. But anyway, show the picture. Show the picture again, real quick.
I understand it. We gotta keep going into it. I understand.
Fuck. Yeah, I guess I don't like to be sexualized either. So I guess it works. I don't know.
Hey, man, make sure y'all don't go nowhere, man. When y'all come back,
sexualize me.
I think we might be having a Knicks legend coming on here. We'll see. But we got so much more. The Coach JB Show, Big Smitty. I'm going to go give me something to drink, go take a piss, go kiss my wife. And
we don't need to know. Nobody needs to know all this is what you have to do.
We're going to piss, and I'm going to go give me something to snack on. And we'll come
back, man. We got a load of show. We got a lot to talk about. We got Smitty and I got some more to cooking to do. See you in a minute. Hey, well, fuck it. I'll go home tonight. I'll drink my yak and smoke my stick, and I'll get it back cracking.
Shaq was on the Angel Reese podcast, and he's getting a little bit of criticism right now. Basically trying to talk about the WNBA and what he believes needs to happen in order for the game to grow. Check this out.
you to play and, continue to do what you do. But I have a solution for that, and nobody's going to like my solution.
I'm here.
So let me explain why I came up with this solution first. In women's beach volleyball, let's just say that the net is 10. For women, it's lower just a little bit. I'm not saying lower it to 9, 5, 9, 6, but just 9, 9.
Just so we can dunk?
Yes. No, see? Mm-mm. And
I hate when men say that.
But listen, that's the only difference.
We start dunking, then what?
Watch. We got shooters. Y'all got shooters. Oh, guys got some handles. Girls got some handles. Oh, we got this. We got that. Oh, we got talkers. Oh, we got brawls. Only thing is missing is the dunk.
I don't feel like it still would change.
I'm telling you.
I don't think so.
Because you're ignorant. And I'm just going to be honest. Like, don't sexualize me. And then you got your ass out. Here's the bottom line. Lower the rim and make it even a smaller ball. And I've been saying this. And
the ball already small as hell. And
I was on Shaq's side when he told Candace Parker this 5 years ago on the set of TNT. I was on that side. I did a whole video of it about, I don't know how long ago, maybe 3 years ago. Shaq told Candace Parker. Candace Parker got all butthurt right live on TNT and was like, why would you say that? Because it needs to happen. Your guys' rating, other than the white girl, Caitlin Clark, is trash. Y'all are going bankrupt. Y'all are about to fucking strike because they don't pay you. You got broads going to fucking Russia to play to get more money because they don't pay you here. Stop. Lower the rims, homie. Let's watch you fucking dunk. I would love to see this fucking mouth on a bitch. I want to see it now. I want to see entertainment, Smitty. Stop with the blasphemy. You need to lower the rim. The 10-foot rim for women is fucking atrocious and it's unwatchable. I'm not watching a WNBA game. A bro gets a fucking fast break. Like, Smitty, you imagine, Smitty, Angel Reese coming down there with a thong on, don't sexualize me, and just fucking yuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I want to see. I don't want to see the fuck. Cross that bitch over and fucking blah. That's what I want to see, homie. Let us just be real. Fuck. Come on, homie. Remember, have you guys ever seen Glory Road?
Man?
Glory Road.
Yeah, long time ago.
Glory Road was like Cager, real guy in real life, if you know anything about Glory Road in the real movie. Cager went in and dunked, and the coach came out. I don't want you to dunk. I told you. But if that motherfucker, he goes in weak like that. Neville Shed, if you're going to be weak. So then Cager acted as the white boy, and he put on the glasses. All right, guys, come on. That's the WNBA. I don't want to see fucking layups, fast breaks. I want to see fucking Dave Chappelle on the little retarded white kid in the jail or in the hospital that was dying, and Dave Chappelle's playing the video game. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I want to see Dutch as well. I would like Dutch would be cool.
Take no mercy. I want to see a bitch bang on another bitch. Fuck all that. Shit.
Do you think that would just dramatically change the ratings, though?
Yes.
Like dramatically.
I'd watch it.
Let me ask you this then. What would the women who's growing up, right, trying to train, prepare for the league, for college, because all the courts is 10 feet everywhere. All the gym ain't 10 feet. How would they, like, are they going to have women separate gyms? Or are they going to have certain courts that they keep it 9-5 and then they
my court, the great scientific evolution that we created a few years back?
Yeah.
There's a crank on the motherfucker. It lowers it down to 8 foot now.
Yeah, but yeah, I knew you was going to say that, but I'm saying, like, outside in the streets, motherfuckers hooping outside, everybody ain't got the crank.
You can find dunk courts all over the place. We used to find them every day, Smitty. We found them in the 80s, so I'm sure in 2024 they have dunk courts in the hood near you.
You want to make it
in the hood near you. In the hood near you.
What's good, y'all, man? Welcome back, man. Hour number 2. Make sure if you haven't done so already, hit that like button. Then we got 60 likes. We should have 1,000 likes. So hit that like button, subscribe, become a member today. Join our Discord, and let's get straight to it, man. Let's get straight to it. So, new topic, JB, man. Boomer Esiason went off on Caleb Williams. We're calling him entitled, saying he needs to shut up, etc. Man, check this out.
When you think about this, I think a lot of these kids and their parents are nowadays, and that the level of entitlement is breathtaking. And it's no wonder why he failed initially, and it's no wonder why the coach got fired. So now they go out and get an offensive coach in Ben Johnson, and you know what? Now it's on his ass. It's going to be on his ass to live up to these so-called lofty expectations that he has for himself and that his father has for his son. And I understand, that there could be a discussion, hey, this is where quarterbacks go to die. Well, go fix it. Be the reason that the team is going to turn it around and you be the player that you think you are. And I would just tell them, just keep your mouth shut. You're going into the greatest league that there's ever been for the sport that we all love. You're going to have a chance one day to make $500 million because guys like me and guys before me all went on strike so you could actually make more money. So keep your pie hole shut and go out and play football and earn your keep and earn your respect.
So let me address one thing in the chat real quick. This is the problem right here.
How old is this guy, homie?
Who gives a fuck if he's 1,000? Is he correct or not? See, some of you youngsters have no respect for your elders, and that's the problem. The NFL did have strikes, so you guys now can make more money. This guy right here is pretty much a legend still. If you want to talk about football in Cincinnati, I'm pretty sure he's a fucking legend. So I'm just throwing that out there. But again, you young fucks have no respect because you don't have any clue about anything prior to cell phone era. That's the chat. That's a lot of you in the chat. You don't know what the fuck you can't Google or go on YouTube about. So I'm trying to figure out how old he is has anything to do with this relevant conversation. Has zero to do with it. I'm old too now. I'm 49 now. I guess I can't talk about anything prior to flip phones, according to you fucks. So I guess that's the first problem I want to address. Secondly, does he have insight, Smitty? I don't know. We've been assuming and alleging this thing on this show for 3 years. I've been saying this since he was at Oklahoma. Then he was to USC. And then he wins the MVP or Heisman. Then he comes over to the NFL. I've been on the same tick, though, for 3 years. Same thing. So does he have insight? Maybe. He played. He knows a lot of people. I would guarantee it. So I'm sure he knows something that's going on. And basically, he just kind of said, quiet the entitlement. And why are we talking about mommy and daddy when we're in the NFL making big boy money now? It's time to man up and do your job. That's all I heard. Now, people are going to hear shut your pie hole. People are going to hear earn your keep. And they're going to call him and say he's out of line, out of pocket, blah, blah, blah. So you know, as I know, keywords matter. And it's all about, whatever you want to call it, buzzwords, Smitty. And that's where I'm at with it. But I think this is kind of like everyone's saying this, right? Like, I think everyone
like he didn't say nothing that was like mind blowing like that. Yeah, that's just football talk. Like, hey, earn your keep. It's year 2. Year 1 didn't go the way you wanted to. There's been some excuses about the coaching, and some people gave you some passes just because it was your rookie year. Okay, now it's like, all right, it's year 2. You got that out the way. You got more help. It's time to lock in and show us, And I haven't heard Caleb saying anything this offseason, literally. So I don't think he's out here saying anything. But I think Boomer's really kind of reacting to just the whole process of him coming into the league and, his dad not wanting him to get drafted there, et cetera. But
it was that last week's post that came out, or about the dad and all that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So that is, he's back in the news, is what I think. Tank Johnson went on Bailey's show. I think it's to talk about it since he's a former Bear, and knows some stuff. Like, this is what has resurfaced. Yeah. And I would say that's the worst possible scenario for this organization with a new coach, new leadership, new regime, new everything. I think that's the worst possible timing, but that's what the media does, at least the mainstream media. What they'll do, they'll dig up old shit, bring it up, blah. I mean, they're still bringing up old shit on me. So I know what it is. Like, that's what they're going to do. They're going to continue to find old school shit and bring it up. To me, it's already a dead horse. It's done.
He is a wrap.
Like, he got drafted by the Bears. He's in Chicago. He played a whole year there. They've made offseason acquisition, not only from head coach, but to key, in my opinion, ingredients to build a winning team in a NFC North that's probably the best division in football, arguably. With them being better, those 4 teams are obviously 3 of them are playoff teams. This team on the outside looking in. So it's all on him now. Shit or get out the pot. That's what time it is, and that's what it is. It's been that way for a few years, in my opinion, with Caleb Williams. But who knows? We'll see. I mean, I just don't. I'm not a believer. And listen, it has nothing to do with sexuality. None of that shit. I give a fuck less about what you do personally. It is what it is. For me, my JB, I'm just speaking for JB, it's not for me. It's not for me. And personally, I don't believe the two can coexist. Meaning the outlandish, way out shit for a man to dress with, like, or paint nails or all that outside noise. Two things may not have shit to do with the other. That could be fine. That Smitty says all the time. Like, 2 things that he does off the field may not affect him on the field whatsoever. It may not. But my opinion, I think it does, because it's bigger than what he's doing on the field. That's just my opinion. It is what it is. Do each his own. Do you? I don't really care. We got a guy in the 76ers now who's coming out with a nail painting line. For me, it's not for me. That's just my take. That's all I'm saying. I can't put stock into a motherfucker to win me a title, lead men. If you're going to dress like this, paint your nails, all that shit outside. But I do agree with Smitty. If you're good enough and you win, nobody's going to say nothing or care. But we haven't really seen that yet. Other than that. And Ricardo, respectfully, suck a dick, bitch. Motherfucker. Shut up.
And to that point, I know we were going to say this till 8, Bailey, but just because of the timing and the transition, I think it might make sense to move this up a little bit now because he already brought it up. The Jared McCain, Philadelphia 76er, young rookie star who had a pretty solid year until he got hurt, is opening up his own nail line. I think there's a video we can check out.
I am so excited to announce something I've been.
Hold on, homie. This really happened. I was fucking with you.
Oh, no, it's a real. Oh, no, it's a real thing. Oh, hold on. I don't. No bullshit. Are you playing around right now?
Are you playing with me?
No, either you doing good TV and you got me food, or you really didn't know.
Hold on, homie. No, you bullshit. Like hold on. You're bullshitting me, homie.
Listen to the video.
Time out. No, I'm tell you why I'm not lying. Last year, when Shaun King came on, this kid came on and he did like a nail promo.
Yeah,
he did like a thing in his fucking kitchen or something.
But he just 48 hours ago, maybe even less, said he was releasing a new nail line. So when you make that line during your rant with Caleb Williams, I thought you had saw this.
I can't make this. No, I did not see this.
Like on the Bible, like no bull, like no BS.
On everything I love, I never knew this. I thought this was old news. I just was brought up something that he did last year. I didn't know he really coming out with a fucking line. Show me, man.
Working on for a very long time now. Went to the lab and I actually created my own nail polish collection with Sally Hansen. It's crazy to even think that when I first started painting my nails that I'd be here with my own collection with colors that I made. Let's get into the colors and let me show you everything that I created. Obviously with the help of the Sally Hansen scientists. This collection is called MVP.
Hold on, homies. Pause. We have to address certain things that are said in this deal. Mm-hmm. We have a major problem, homie. We have a major masculinity problem in America. And athletes speaking about masculinity, athletes used to be the trump card. They used to be like, hey, be a man like me, play NBA, play NFL, play Major League Baseball. Now we got motherfuckers doing that one shit, that gay baseball thing that goes around. We did a commercial on
Savannah Bananas.
The bananas. The name is telling. And then you got You got men that are athletes. Tell me it started with Magic's kid and Dwayne Wade, but it's starting to get ridiculous, homie. To be honest, let's be real. So let's take away keywords out of this thing right here. He said, first of all, when I started to paint my nails, we gotta be honest here, homie. We gotta start using and saying what these cats actually say out of their mouth. We're not wearing our journalistic card today, but I'm gonna put it on real quick because that's what he said, homie. He said, Smitty, when I started to paint my nails, I never thought it would come to this. So first of all, let's start with the context. That's what he said first of all. Let's rewind it just a little bit. Take a listen.
Everything that I created, obviously with the help of the Sally Hansen scientists. This collection is called MVP, and it stands for Most Valuable Polish. First up, we have bucket.
Go back a bit further. Right here.
My nails, that I'd be here.
Right there. I got to hear it again.
I think that when I first started painting my nails.
Let me hear it again.
I think that when I first started painting my nails,
when I first started painting my nails. That's what's sticking in my head right now. I'm stuck with that right now, Smitty. God, I can't. Okay, let's move on now.
I'd be here with my own collection with colors that I made. Let's get into the colors and let me show you everything that I created. Obviously with the help of the Sally Hansen scientists. This collection is called...
She has a scientist to make nail polish. Got it. All right.
MVP, and it stands for Most Valuable Polish. First up,
MVP. It's going to be hard to trademark MVP, the actual acronym for it. I don't know how he'll do that. So
it could be MVPEE though, to make sure, like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it could be a lot of shit. It could be gay, but let's take a look.
We have Bucket Blue. It literally says my name on the bottle. Got a little shimmer in it.
I can't do it, homie. I can't watch this cat hold it.
Come on, push through. We gotta watch the whole thing.
I can't watch him hold the thing like this, homie, with nail painted, homie. I can't do this.
Do you like the nail though? Like no bullshit. Like did you do a good job?
Don't ask me that, homie. Don't ask me. You imagine my nails being painted? I'm holding the fucking polish like this, homie.
Kevin the Trigger, screenshot this and like paint it so we can see how it look.
Are you shitting me with this act? Am I supposed to hold the fucking? This is nail polish thing right here. Are you shitting me with this? I can't do this, homie. There's no fucking way I'm gonna be able to do this and moving on in my life. I can't move on today in my life with this in my fucking mind, homie.
You can't move on. What you gonna do?
It's stuck in my brain right now, homie. This right now, holding this nail. I see a motherfucker. I'm like, I'm gonna wrap that motherfucker around my dick. Like, come on, homie. I like nails around my dick. I like bitches' nails around my dick, homie. I look at them as I cover the face, homie, and I'm looking at the nail in the hand. I'm like, shit, I want to wrap that motherfucker around my dick. Are you shitting me, homie? Are we fucking shitting me, homie? Fuck, man. Are we shitting me, homie? I like to see a fucking, like a turquoise nail around my shit. I gotta, are you shitting me? This motherfucker's holding this motherfucker like this, homie? No fucking way, man. There's no fucking way I could sit here and watch this, homie. Oh, dude, where are we at, homie? This guy's an NBA player that my little boys and girls are looking up to?
Bro, homie, you said you gonna wrap it where?
You know you saw that and was like, fuck. You know, motherfucker like a nice little sexy hand with some nails around his motherfucking shit, homie. Keep it fun. You know, that's number one. I
like a woman having their nails and their toes. That shit very important.
Like go up your balls, up the shit.
Scratch up and then grab.
Yeah. For me, like grab like this. Yeah.
And I'm like, me, it's like fucking, like it's crazy.
Like, come on, homie. What? I mean, are you shitting me, homie? I gotta hold this motherfucker's gotta hold this shit like this. Like he's really if. Okay, listen, homie.
We gotta watch the video, so get this out.
At some point, though, we gotta start asking, when do we stop the sellout? At what's the dollar amount? Like, I'm confused here. Like, this is a much bigger issue than just taking a few quick dollars up front to promote something. When I got a shitload of little boys that may become little girls now because what you do to these youngsters, homie. Listen. I get it. I ain't a role model. Blah, blah, blah. Charles Barkley started back then. I ain't your role model. I get all that shit. But damn, this is going a little bit too far, homie. These kids now with social media and phones, it's influential as fuck, homie. This guy's carries a lot of weight right now. And these little feminine boys running around this motherfucker, you can't tell me it's not grooming, homie. This is grooming 101, homie.
Hey, what'd you just do? What'd you just do though?
Like little boys running around this motherfucker now, homie, with nails painted and shit. Anyway, let me hear the rest. I didn't know this
video
was real.
going, Bailey.
I always like bright colors. And so when I was creating this, I wanted to make sure everything was bright, but also wearable. We're always striving to be the greatest we can be. For gold, it is called Goat Gold. We have net neutral. Now, I wanted to make sure there was something in this collection that was tame, calm, can wear it all the time. And I think net neutral, it's like a little bit of off-white. Got point guard pink. Now this one, this shade, it's not, I didn't want to go with like a super bright pink, more like a bubblegum type vibe. This is called Rookie Red. So I think it's such a good nod
This
to my
motherfucker
life,
say point
to
guard
where
pink,
I'm at
homie.
now. I'm just blessed. I'm super honored that Sally let me do this and I was able to go create it and actually put my own creativity into this project.
Let me ask you this, JB. What if like he could fight though? Like when that fuck you up? What are you doing, homie? What's happening?
I was so shocked by the fucking neutral and point guard pink that I hit my cigar on my microphone. It got everywhere. It's in my coffee.
You missed your drink, missed your car. You having a day?
Fuck, homie. I mean, there's no
down, bro. You got anxiety right now. Relax a little bit. He did say Rookie Red. I'm not sure that's probably your favorite color out the whole collection.
It's just bad. It's so bad, homie. I don't know what to do. I'm demoralized actually for men, for boys.
Do you like Rookie Red?
I don't like anything that this guy's doing or representing. I didn't hear the names. I don't want to hear the names.
Are you mad that his nails are blue?
This is point guard pink. Is that what he said? Really?
He
Shit.
did say that.
Yeah, there's no way, homie. And then he's flaunting him. He's walking around like, if you notice, he's holding everything and he's got like, homie. And then the voice. Let's just go to brass tacks.
Okay.
Can we hear his voice real quick?
To where I'm at now. I'm just blessed. I'm super honored that Sally let me do this and I was able to go create it and actually put my own creativity into this project. This is the trio. This is the trio pack it comes with. You get the 5 colors, get the top coat. I'm blessed and honored. Thank you, Sally.
Smitty, come on, man. You're an optimistic dude, man. And I love it. I love the disagreements that we have. I got to ask you, because I think you like pussy and women. Let me ask you, there's no way, right? Even though you're positive in this generation, and you love the youngsters and all, there's no way though, right, that you could be like, this is a man's man. Like even in today's society, we still have to have some sort of manly features to be a man, so we could actually cater to a woman and actually be the man in the relationship. This kid is what makes men now take a backseat to the women in the household. This is why right here, this guy.
I'll say this.
On a deeper level, I'm just telling you.
He's not something like, if I had a son right now, he's not somebody who I would like want my son to look up to or to go model or to be like, I wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? He wouldn't be like that guy. Like me, when I grew up, and say what you want, and it don't sound stupid, but just rock with me. I would look at like people who was like portrayed as like gangsters. It's like people who I was like as a young boy, I'm like, damn, like that shit hard. Like
exactly.
Like when I was like as a rapper, like I'm not saying he's a real gangster, but he's 50 Cent. When I was young, I'm like, oh, I like that. Like guys who represented like toughness and like and respect and like it was grit and you know what I mean? That was the stuff as a little boy I would like look up to, like, you know what I'm saying? This right here, to your earlier point, if you're like a 6-7-year-old boy, like this can't be like the thing you like, damn, ooh, I'm gonna get my nails, ooh, I'm gonna get a nail line too when I get older. But I could never even imagine me saying that as a little boy. I want a nail collection when I get older. I'm like, nah, homie. So I just don't understand it. Like, to your point, I don't care what you do in your home. I really don't. It has nothing to do with me. You can do whatever. You can paint all your nails you want to. You paint your whole body. I just, as a man, I just don't understand it. I don't see where the, and it's not just him. He's like the face of it. Well, there's a lot of cats out here painting their nails now. There's a lot of cats. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things where I guess it's just this era. I don't know where it stemmed from. I don't know who was the initial nail painter who led the charge and then what happened, but it's just something that I just would never understand. I never will. So that's where we at. They say it's fashion. Chris said it's because of the fashion industry.
What'd she say?
He said it's because of the fashion industry. Like as far as like where this trend and stuff like stemmed from, people look at it as like, oh, it's a fashion statement. It's like how we used to like maybe wear certain socks or something to like make the outfit.
Yeah. We got to get. I'm glad she brought this up and you brought this up to my attention because I didn't see that. This fashion thing seriously has to get looked into.
Mm-hmm.
The fashion of what these cats are wearing, from the Holly weirdos to the pro athlete now. There used to be a dress code in the NBA and the NFL, and now it's become a shit show. But the fashion itself, to call it that, number one, is a slap in the face. Number two, fashion is now starting to become mental illness. I'm looking at it as a whole nother thing. I'm confused, homie, as to how this became fashion. This one dude had a thing backwards. The tie was behind him on his neck, on the back, and then the front was on the back, and they actually made this suit for this guy. I forgot who it was. I seen the video. Somebody popular, I'm sure. But anyway, this what is it? The gala or whatever?
Oh, the Met Gala, whatever.
Yeah, that GAYLA. That's what it needs to be. Listen, homie, I'm gonna be honest. Can I ask you a real serious question though?
Yeah, I might not answer, but you can ask it.
Nah, that's a real one. I won't put you out there. Where's this dude's father? And where are the fathers? And I don't care where he is physically. I really don't. What I'm asking, macro level, where are the dads that are allowing this shit with our sons on a macro scale? Where are they at? Because there's no way, Smitty, you and I are fathers. Once we saw this hit the news line, we're not having a problem with our dad. There's just no way. You're going to do what? You're going to represent who? You're going to do what with your nails? There's just no way. There's no fucking way you can sit here and tell me that our dads were going to allow for this.
My pop's a street cat. He going to call me straight up.
There's no way. There's no way. And I don't know where all the fathers have gone. Like, where are the fathers that allow this that's going on like huge levels all over the world right now? I'm confused on where them motherfuckers are. Like, but again, though, if you look at it at a macro level, we're also allowing two dudes to adopt a baby. A girl, a female, baby. Two dudes, we're also allowing two women to adopt a boy, baby. And we don't think there's a problem when they raise these people? Two dudes married, adopt a female without a mother should be absolute criminal. Two girls, lesbians, who adopt a boy, raise them, should be absolute criminal prosecution to the limit of the law. There's no way you can convince me otherwise, homie. There's no way you can tell me that those two gay lesbian women aren't going to raise this boy to identify as. There's just no way, homie. There's a fucking problem in the world right now, and I'm just the one that says it, homie. There's a problem, and there's just no way that this can be allowed, homie. That's the problem we have. If you don't think this is a direct trickle-down effect with this young man right here from what's happening, I think you're confused. Not you, Smitty, just the world. I think the world is confused if you don't think at some point this has been trickled down for a while. This is happening for a while. This has been going on for a while. You've made it, son. You've got the ball. You got the world by the nuts. You've made it. Right now, you're on the track to beat life. You're a 1%er. Super uber talented kid in the NBA, blah, blah. I don't think the main thing's the main thing no more, homie. And that's the problem in athletics. Why I say American athletics or sports are dying. But the macros level, is this, homie? Where are the daddies?
He got the world by the nail. I wouldn't say by anything else, but yeah, man, it's keeping this thing going. You all right?
I had it was at the verge of spitting out my drink, and I had to catch it and then swallow like a big gulp of coffee. Pause, as you guys would say.
Well, I made you laugh. Homie, what happened?
Huh?
I made you laugh or something? Why you almost spit it out?
Because you said you don't like white moms either, right?
Nah, everybody in the chat was informing you that he does have a white mom, and everybody's letting you know that.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah. Everybody in the chat like JB is like my homie Toyo said, sorry to say, he does have a white mom, Jason. You know, so he's mixed.
So I've been on point lately. I've been on fucking point with the white mom shit, huh? But what do I know?
I ain't comment on that because you know, dude gonna hop back on the show immediately and cut you out. So,
but does he have a white mom?
Who?
The dude that came on the show.
Nah, he was full black.
Exactly. See the oxymoronic take that he fucking brought up on the show?
But his wife is white.
Is your mom white? I'm the one that actually got the white mom.
That's the funny part. Yeah, that's the
that motherfucker ain't got no white mom, homie. He defended his baby mama.
His wife.
That is not his mama.
That was the only thing where I was like, yeah, it's kind of hard. Like, how you gonna go at JB, a white man?
Yeah, homie.
A white mom when he got a white mama. That's. I was like, like come on, bro.
Like if you don't think it's a
like obvious like
what a shtick?
A shtick.
If you don't think it's that, homie, then
it's what?
Come on, homies. If you don't get that, then come on.
Yeah, and he kept, even after you said, he kept going. He was like, I know a lot of white moms and they're amazing. He was like a whole rant. You said, homie, my mama white. I know, I got a white mama.
Right. This guy right here, JB talking about raising kids is pretty rich. Well, I raised my daughter from 6 months to 6 years alone. But anyway, you know more than me, you fucking nobody. Become a member, bitch boy, before I block your sorry ass. Anyway, next.
Marty Smith asked John Daly how many John Daly seltzers he can pound in a day. And I thought, this isn't like a full type, but I thought it's something that you might react to and might, find a little funny. Check this out.
What is the largest quantity of those John Daly seltzers that you've consumed in a day?
I think I've done 55, 60 of these. We're non-carbonated.
In a day?
Yeah, we're non-carbonated. There's no additive sugar. We're gluten-free.
One day.
Yeah, it's only 4.5% alcohol in them.
Yeah, it's not carbonated. It's basically water.
55.
Yeah, you got to hydrate. It's basically water, Gone. Yeah.
Could you beat that?
By the way, I've been next to him. I'm not lying to you, homie. This motherfucker, he put anyone I've ever seen to shame.
Oh, you answered my question.
Like, he'll drink 2 bottles of vodka, full bottles, homie, and 24-pack of beer, and shots.
Nah, that's impossible. Now you're going too crazy.
You can ask people that been around him.
2 bottles of vodka, 24-pack of beer, and shots in the same day. He will be dead.
And I didn't see him really like off kilter. Like, I did not see him like totally change his mind. Like, his mind did not change. His brain did not. His brain works a whole nother different world. I'm just telling you, homie. Like, I'm just telling you, dog. He's told stories on this show about certain shit. Like, the day he won his the U.S. Open.
Yeah.
Or the PGA, I'm sorry. The day he won that shit, he was loaded because he didn't think he was going to make the cut, and he won the whole fucking thing loaded.
That makes sense. I can see that.
And that's like Pat Perez's non-biological father. Like Pat, that's like Pat's, like Pat looks up to him and taught Pat the whole rope. And his son's really good. Is at Arkansas, golfer on the come up, the future pro. This motherfucker drinks on me like no other, and smokes and dips and like everything you can do. He's on the court doing it. And like, it's crazy. Yeah, motherfucker is wild.
I'm glad he's still alive to tell the story.
shitty weekend on the boat. I spent so much money fixing it, I didn't even take it out. But anyway,
That's good. That's good. Like sometimes weekends are meant for that.
no, they're not at all.
No, I'm saying sometimes like you need to just spend time cleaning the house, fixing the boat, fixing the car, doing what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? So that's part of it.
I just texted him, baby. Let me see.
Craig and Day. Craig and Day. Let's keep this train rolling up, man. Let's keep this train rolling. What we got next, man? Let me scroll down this damn rundown, man. Before we do that, man, y'all still ain't subscribed yet because I can see the numbers. Mike Jones, just a lot of y'all not green right now, so I'm trying to see what's going on. Eric Moore, come on now. Art Stacky, football guy, KT. What are we doing, Calvin Thompson? What are we doing, Calvin?
Calvin Thompson sounds like Calvin. Let me ask you something. I think we need to do something. I got an idea. A buddy of mine gave me.
Do it right now.
I think we do a poll question today. Right. Okay. We don't really discuss it, but we do a poll question today.
Yep.
Top 10 football movies of all time. We put it out there, and then we discuss it each day this week. I think it'd be huge social media content.
Discuss that same topic each day?
Yeah, like tomorrow we give our list. Okay. Wednesday, or my list. Wednesday we give your list. Thursday we take the poll and we start to dissect what the top 10 are. And then there's some underdog stories that are in the top 10 that you probably will never understand or know about.
There's only so many football movies though.
Look at the chat already going crazy. There's movies in this genre that I don't believe people even know, other than remember the Titans. Like the first thing everyone's gonna say, but there's movies out there that you probably never even heard of, like the 12 Orphans.
Never heard of mine.
My point. You need to go check it out. It's a true story, homie. You need to go check out the 12 Orphans, homie. The motherfucker that started the West Coast offense in the fucking leather helmet era. Nobody even talk about. I'm just telling you, it was at an orphanage, Smitty. Coached at an orphanage, homie. I'm telling you, it's a true story. There's a lot of movies out there that are fire. Football, top 10 movie. Go right now. You can't even give me your top 10 because I
got to do homework. I really can't.
That's my point. So tomorrow you'll come back and be like, fuck, nah. That's why I say we do a poll question and we actually do like a deep dive, a segment on our top 10 movies and why each one is in the top 10, homie. I think it's a good show. I think it's good.
Well, if you think it's good, then I think it's great, man. Whatever y'all want to bring to the show, I'm able to adapt.
What if it's shitty?
Then I'll tell you behind the scenes that it's shitty. I won't say it out loud. I'll fake it online. You think it's the best thing ever. You think it's my favorite segment online.
We literally don't. We say everything on the show. Like literally, we say anything and everything. Like we talk about production in the back room. We talk about sponsors. Like it's unbelievable. There's nobody gets this fucking like up front.
Speaking of sponsors, what's the latest? I know we getting the deck updated from Bailey. It's about to be June, so we need to start we need to get things blasted out. We need to get this is the time that you get things set. I'm trying to educate y'all. This is the time you do it. And I'm putting the ball in your court, Jason. Putting the ball in your court. Bailey's gonna give you the deck. We need to put together a list and we need to blast this thing out.
You know, it's like you know a movie that would probably be in my top 10 that I'm actually it's pinching myself for.
Gridiron Gang.
Nah. Wildcats.
Why you pinching yourself for it?
Because the female's a head coach.
Great movie though.
Fuck.
Great movie, and that proves to you and shows you that it don't matter. A great coach is a great coach, homie.
Wildcats in 85 does not prove to me that.
That shows you right there.
We do a football series, the top 10 best football series, like Friday Night Lights is a series. Last Chance U, obviously. You know what I'm saying? We can do that.
Put that on that motherfucker.
Well, it'd be number one probably.
Oh, no,
if you took a poll, I bet you Last Chance U would probably be one. Like not globally. If you did a global poll, I bet you.
Nah, I like Friday Night Tykes more than that. Tykes was way I actually watched Tykes. That shit was entertaining as hell. Seeing those parents, those young kids.
Never even heard of that.
They were it was the kids. It was like the Pee Wee football, but they were very talented. And I think it was in Texas.
Makes sense.
Those guys was like balling those as kids, and it was serious.
Makes sense. You like that?
Very entertaining too. Way more entertaining than your stuff. Your stuff, like you were just yelling the whole time. Like we didn't want to hear all that.
No, like real deep. Yeah.
Nah, just yelling and fighting, and then kids getting bad grades, meeting with a counselor. She trying to like be popular, so she trying to make a bigger scene than we need to be. It wasn't that serious. Like there's a lot of extra shit.
I had 100% graduation rate.
Kids getting cut.
We had the highest GPA in JUCO football history.
And then half the show would just have you sitting at the bar with a stick, and then it would transition from there to you in the hot tub. You might want to see that shit.
So, and what is the word? Summation?
In summation. That's
what the show is?
Yeah. You at the bar with
me at the end. So it ends me in a jacuzzi.
Every time. It's like, no matter what happened the whole fucking day, you're going to be at the bar with the fucking whiskey, and then it's going to transition to you at the jacuzzi. Pitch black dark by yourself. Every time. I'm gonna what happened?
You know that jacuzzi sold. So I was gonna take it with me. I was like, "Fuck, I'll take it," but it was too big and heavy. Oh. I sold that shit. They wanted me to sign it inside, and a cat. I did like an auction deal in town, and someone from New York bought it.
You lying?
Nah.
And it sold more because you put your censor on there.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Fans are insane.
They are. We got a topic though before hopefully our guest pops in. That I thought you wanted to talk about, Smitty.
What topic?
What
topic?
I don't know what happened to my computer.
I don't know what topic you're talking about.
The AB, Antonio Brown in the news.
Oh, man. I forgot about that. Antonio Brown, man. I think he got
I know you had already seen it, but I had a homie that was actually there and was telling me about it. And I was like, damn, you're at this thing. He's like, yeah, I'm at this event, and some shit broke out. I'm like, what? So by that time, I think it had hit the internet already. Everybody has a phone. So somebody posted it, obviously. And I don't know, Smitty, dive into it. I know you know.
Well, he got jumped. They're saying they were trying to steal his chain. I don't know if that's true or not. But that's what people were saying online. But yeah, AB got jumped or attempted to get jumped. AB kind of, he quick as hell. He got up out of there. And I think he ended up pulling a gun out. And you heard the video I saw, you heard like 2 or 3 gunshots in the air. And then next thing I know, he's handcuffed and he's getting put into the police car. So I think AB got arrested for pulling out a gun after they tried to jump him. So again, I don't have any more context than that. But I saw the video. I thought it was just crazy. I'm like, damn, like, I don't know. Like for me, I don't know who's at fault or whatever, you know what I'm saying? As far as like why, the situation happened. But when you're a certain level of a guy, I always question like, why are you even in those situations? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why are you putting yourself in that position to even be there? So, that's my thing there. But I mean, he fought his way out of getting jumped because it could have got ugly. And but I don't know, man. It's crazy. Just with AB is always something. And I guess that's the biggest thing. It's always something with certain people. It's like it don't surprise you when you hear AB got arrested, AB got this, AB got that. It's unfortunate.
It is, man. It's just like that. This is his new. What is the word?
What?
Stick. This is new. This is AB's new stick. This is what it is.
Getting in trouble?
Well, not in trouble. It's like he has to. This is what keeps him relevant, right? Like this is his hustle, I guess. Like he don't want to do just a show with a co-host. I'm sure he could have a big show if he just did like him instead of him going on other shows, him starting his own show and having like him. Well,
that takes too much discipline, to actually be locked in on that.
Right, and that's
every single day or every week.
Yeah, he'd rather go on shows and because his ego, in my opinion, is so big that he wants to be the focal point of attention. He doesn't want to host a show because then people will get used to him. So he doesn't understand the grind that takes. Like I had to start a show, forgot it going, then it slowed down because everyone was getting used to me. Then I had to change up certain things and then continue the consistency of the show. Slapdick. Then I started the Coach JB show. I had all these different things. I don't think he understands. I think that his ego is too big, so he'd rather just be crazy on social media, crazy on everything he does. And unfortunately, Smitty, you and I have been discussing this shit. it'll come back to bite you eventually. So people will try to take a chain and try to pull a strap on you.
Yeah, I think he was at he's with that YouTube streamer, what's his name, Aiden Ross or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's been involved in a few things lately. He got his chain snatched like a week or two ago, I think. So it's been a lot going on.
Man, we got a special guest though popping in the show. He's gonna join us. Legend, man. I can't have a better guy on for the time of the year it is. The Knicks and the Pacers are getting ready to go again in the Eastern Conference Finals. And we got a Knick legend, NBA veteran, the pride of Bakersfield, California. We got something on the ticker that's going to be very, very important for everyone out there to understand and know. And this man is so humble. He doesn't want anyone to know, but I just want you guys out there to understand that we're going to have it on the ticker, that this man gives back to the inner city, especially in the Washington, D.C. area, to kids in high school that have high GPAs and maintain them. And he gives awards to them. So he would love it if you guys are interested helping out the cause. So join in, tap in. It's on the ticker. You can donate specifically right there to his cause. And make sure that you guys chime in on that as you can, if you can, for the inner city. We got a lot of DC, Baltimore guys in the chat as well. So make sure you guys check it out, because I know you know how bad it is out there as far as education system. I know personally, recruiting it for so many years. Horrible education, horrible spot that these babies are in. So I can't thank this man enough, man. The pride of Bakersfield, Foothill High School, legendary Knick, Chris Childs joins the show. Chris, what up, brother?
How you doing, brother?
What's up, fellas? How's it going?
Man, pride of Bakersfield, man. I played arena ball in Bakersfield, man. That shit. I lived on California.
Hey, I got to make a correction. It's not DC. I'm in Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh, my bad. It's in Jacksonville, Florida. So you're doing some inner city work with the youth out there with the babies out there. I call them babies, even if they're fucking my former player. But with the youth out there in Jacksonville, Florida.
Yeah, with the youngins. We say the youngins.
Youngins, no doubt. Shout out to you, man, for doing that for those guys. I know all of them. We needed everywhere. Shit. But man, I can't thank you enough, man. A Knick legend. The Knicks are resurfacing up here with this huge rivalry resurfaced from your days with the Pacers. What's your biggest takeaway with this with this reunion of rivalries?
Hey, it's needed. The league needs it. You know, we got some fresh faces out there. My Knicks, they out there playing football, man. They banging into people. That ain't basketball. They knocking people over, and I love it.
Yeah, they're definitely playing physical, man. You know, I it's funny. I think before the playoffs started, I don't know if anybody would have just predicted that this would be the Eastern Conference Finals. You know, the Pacers versus the Knicks. But I'm loving every second of it. I think they got Reggie calling the game too. Game 1, you know, in the guard. So you know it's gonna be all the fireworks going on. You kind of mentioned it already just now, but what is it? Even outside of the physicality part, what is it about this Knicks team that makes them so good?
Shit, they don't care. They go out there, don't care who you are, what you are. Let's lace them up and see who can outduel each other. It's mind over matter, you know.
Yeah.
Playing under Tibbs, he's gonna force you to get in condition. He's gonna play you a lot of minutes because he's preparing you for this time. And so, as you see, when we played Boston, how they just slowly wilted down, and we slowly wore them down, and they couldn't keep up. And so Indiana's going to get up and down, so we got to be at our best.
No doubt. Sure. What's your biggest takeaway from today's game in your years, like your era, our era when we grew up? What's your biggest takeaway from then to now? Like, I keep watching these Game 7 blowouts, man, and I'm just having a hard time watching these NBA. Like, damn, I just can't remember too many big-time Game 7 blowouts. I mean, I'm sure there's been some, but maybe you remember more, but it's been a lot this year. And I saw it on the ticker during the game. It's the most 25-point victories in an NBA playoff run in the history of NBA. That shit's crazy to me. Like, we've had a lot of blowouts. Even the Knicks coming back from down 20 to the Celtics twice in the Garden early on. I mean, other than the ending of the game was actually relatively kind of bad, and they were getting blown out. They come back at the end, win the game, and everyone thinks it's great basketball. Is it good basketball still?
I mean, for my Knicks, yeah, but for everybody else, nah. I've never seen this type of basketball in the playoffs where you have blowouts, you have teams coming back, You got flavor. The game has changed, and I understand it has to evolve, but it's too soft for me. I can't watch a whole game because the referees are the show. Every other second, it's let's go review this, let's go review that. So what's the point of having 3 referees? Shit, get 4. But just keep the pace of the game going. And I think that's what's turning the fans off. I remember when we were, one of the top league. Now everybody's watching football, and I think baseball is ahead of us right now. So we got to get back to not letting the referees be the show and let the players and the product be the interest of what the team wants to see. Because I know me as a former player, me as a big fan, I'm telling you, I can sit here and turn on the game, and by the end of the first quarter, I'm channel surfing to watch something else.
That's crazy. And a former veteran, dog. I'm telling you, Smitty. I've been saying it, dog. That 10-minute review for just a common foul is crazy.
Yeah, no, I don't like that either, too. But let me get some clarity. So when you say the game is soft, do you think it's more so specifically because of the refs themselves, or is it a combination of the refs being quick on the whistle and also just this generation of players being softer than what you guys were?
Well, I know a lot of people are going to take it the wrong way, but soft is these guys are dribbling and they snap their head back like they just got shot. And I understand that's gamemanship and you're getting the ref to make the call, but let these guys earn their way to the free throw line. I remember playing in Joey Crawford, who I loved to death and hated him at the same time, but he was honest. And he told me, he's like, you haven't been in the league long enough to earn that call. And my response is, so you're a cheater. You know what I'm saying? You're basically cheating. And he was like, fuck you. And I'm like, well, fuck you back. And then we went on and continued to play the game. Excuse me for using that language, but
shit, this show, that's all we do.
Yeah. But yeah, that part of the game where these guys are, even Karl Anthony Towns, he looks like one of those things you put out in front of the store when he's going to the basket. And I'm like, yeah. And, he gets the call. But, yeah, the game is changed. I guess they don't want to see the physicality and guys getting into it and, throwing blows. But that was the way the game was played then. And I guess this is what the fans want to see now. But, like I said, I want to see guys get tougher and earn their way to the free throw line instead of the ref just because of the number on your jersey or the name on the back of your jersey giving you the benefit of doubt and making these calls.
How many let me just ask you, like, what is the 3-point shot done to this game compared to when you play? Like it seems to be, Boston took 63s, missed 45 of them in that series, the first game. They continue to do so. That's their game, that's their MO. Steph Curry's addition to the league coming in, is he changed the game as far as what it is now, or is it the Euro bigs that have come in and been the guy that shoots from the 3 at 7 foot now, the Dirk Nowitzkis and so on and so forth? What has changed? Because it's a perimeter-heavy game, right?
Yeah, well, the Euro guys saw the way the game was played in the U.S., so they made sure they catered their game over there to prepare to come over here and be a difference maker. But when Steph came in the game, that destroyed all the fundamentals of how I was taught and how we were taught to shoot the ball, lay up first. It can be 3-on-1. These guys are pulling up. You did that when I play. You're coming out the game.
No doubt.
You understand? And so, but every like I said, the game is all. Everybody can't be Steph. Everybody can't shoot and turn. I've seen this kid since he was little when I was in Toronto, and him and his dad put in the work. So. I guess in retrospect, it's okay. But as you can see, Boston lost the series against us because I think they missed out of the series 133s.
That's crazy.
Somewhere around there. So that's not a prescription to win. As you see, we shoot a lot of threes with the Knicks, but nowhere near that. We're still getting into the paint first.
Right.
They're outside in, we're inside out, and that's the difference. No doubt. Chris, before Smitty, I got to ask you one thing. I can't thank you enough for hopping on here, man. Let me ask you, you made the tabloids forever, obviously, for with the Kobe Bryant taking his shot at his ass. I love Kobe, but I love this. This is what we grew up in. I think that was a huge deal to rattle somebody, to try to get a superstar off his P's and Q's. What was the reason or rationale behind it? And what was the whole deal behind this? Was this a motivational thing for your team? Was it just like, you ain't punking us because that was him? What was that deal like?
Well, first and foremost, rest in peace, Bean. Kobe Bryant, great player, one of the best players to ever play this game. Did a lot for the league, did a lot for girls basketball as well. Yeah. But just back in the day, it's just basic fundamentals. When your teammate shoots the ball, you're supposed to get back. So I end up getting back. Me and Allen Houston get cross matched because he shot, so I get his man. So I'm chasing him around screens. He's throwing elbows, and I'm like, okay, all right, this is how this is gonna go. So went back down, did it again. He took off, ran down, elbow got a little higher. Yeah. So let me see. I think his name Monty McCutcheon and Tim Donahue, who got in trouble, were the referees. Uh-huh. And I was with those guys in the CBA. So we had a little rapport. So I'm like, hey, y'all go, do something about this. And so they give me the emoji shrug. I'm like, okay. I guess I'm gonna have to take care of this, because we in LA, I got 75 family members in the stands. Right. Mom, dad, brothers, sisters, cousins, neighbors, milkman, dog catcher, everybody, right? So come back around, I say, young fella, you do that shit again, I'm gonna take off on your ass. And he walked up to me, and he's 6'6", I'm 6'3", so I'm like, all right, let me get him off of me so I can get some space. Yeah. And he hit me he didn't really want to throw the elbow. Yeah. Little chicken wing, and you messed up there, buddy. And I just, neighborhood 805 Bakersfield just took over, and I had to hit him.
That's what I'm saying. Bakersfield, Cali, you got that Cali shit. And people don't realize, fuck all that.
Yeah, we ain't with all that. We hit first and asked question last, and I bounced away so that nobody would hit me from behind. I want to keep everybody.
Yeah, you got to keep everything in front. Yeah.
Yeah, so, when that happened, I'm like, let me push back. And then, as you can see, Shaq, which me and Shaq have a good relationship, he pushes Pat. And then they get tied up. So the big guys are over there, so I'm good. But Ron Harper, who's a friend of mine as well, you see he wants to come at me, but he's like, that's my boy too. And so he looking back. And so, yeah, it was just one of those things, man. And, you feel like, oh, yeah, I got homie. And if he wants some more, we can do it again in the locker room. But then when you get back and the next day and you go in your locker and there's a pink slip, that's your fine. And that joint was $250,000 for 2 games. That's when you're like, okay, I can't do this again.
Oh, man, 250?
250, but when
what year is that, 2000?
That was that 97, 99? It's 97 to 99.
Damn, man. So if you put that to like today with the inflation rate,
$1 million.
Golly.
Yeah, and so David Stern called me in. He's like, hey, I can't be doing that. I was like, Dave, look, anybody walk up on me like that, they go get it. Right. So I tell you what, you don't get into any more altercations this year, I'll give you 80% of it back and 20% go to charity.
Oh, okay.
And I said, no problem. And that was the hardest thing to do, because you can go back, almost got into it with Mike. He threw an elbow, and I definitely wanted Tim Hardaway. And I couldn't, but I didn't want to have to pay any more fines. So
what happened with Tim?
I ain't never liked Tim. He sounds like a chipmunk.
I didn't know that.
I don't.
Yeah, I love it. I love the real shit.
I don't like him to this day. I don't even like listening to him talk.
I love it.
That's the Nick Heat rivalries.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, no doubt. That's how much hate just because it was Kobe Bean. Like, people don't realize, like, that's in the moment of the sport. Like, there ain't no fucking bad blood after the fact. Now that he's passed away, rest in peace, everyone wants to say, oh, you took off on Kobe. Motherfucker, that was 25 years ago. Like, come on, homie. Right. Yeah, like, get the fuck out of here. Did you take heat forever? Do you still do it?
Oh,
Still get it?
people they hit me on Instagram. But what I do, and I talk to pretty much everybody, whether good, bad, you say about me doesn't matter. But I break it down to where I tell them like, hey, that was how we played the game.
Right.
But I don't know how old you are, but that's been 25 years ago. Let it go, because we got to let. He has a family still that lives on this planet. They don't need to be hearing about this shit over and over and over again about your negativity. That's just what happened. And the thing about that people don't understand is that Kobe told other teammates that he respected me for doing that.
I bet he did. Knowing how he operates, he's like, okay, he didn't back down. You know what I'm saying?
Why?
Like,
I'm older. You're younger than me. Well, how am I going to back down from a younger guy?
I was going to ask you, what was that? What year was that for you in the league versus Kobe? Was his rookie year?
I think it was
96, so probably his first year.
No, this is his second. This is the second year.
Yeah.
And and I came to the league. I was 25 as a rookie. You know what I'm saying? My first year, because I've spent 5 years in the CBA, so I was already 27, 28 when he was like 19, 20.
Right.
So I'm not even looking at, it's him or I don't care who you are. If you go back and look at a game against Chicago and MJ hit me, David Stern was in my mind because I was getting ready to take off on him too. So I don't care who you are. If you go play the game fair, physical, I'm with it. But if you go start playing dirty, that's when I have a problem.
Nah, I respect that. I respect it. Real quick, because you brought it up, man. What was it like playing against like Mike though? Like during that time, you play against Kobe, you play against Mike. We know the comparisons of the styles and all that, but like how good truly was Mike from the lens of somebody who was on the court actually going at him?
Well, what made him and Kobe and all great players great is their basketball IQ and their footwork. If you watch Michael, he has the best footwork of anybody out there on the floor. Yeah, he had God-given ability, can jump out the gym, but his footwork was what made him tough, because if I can get him out to 17, 19 feet, it's to my advantage. But if he get me 15 or 13 feet, it's his advantage. So it was mind games, and it was making sure that you got the person off his spot or not let them get to their advantage point. And it never bothered me, or I looked at, I'm playing against Mike, I got to get this amount of sleep. No, you're just another dude that's putting his shoes on. Everybody else, you're great, you're doing your thing, but I'm great too at what I do.
Right.
And so, are you going to stop a guy like that? No. What you want to do is limit him, and hopefully and pray to God that he have an off night.
How close were those two? Like, I know Kobe mastered his game after him, or copied it and tried to become even a better model or version of it. How close was Kobe? I know his feet work is something that a lot of people say is very similar, maybe even more athletic. How close were those two? And was Kobe close in that same genre?
They're very close. I think Mike's intensity on the defensive end was a little better than Kobe's, because Kobe had Shaq behind him, so he can gamble more, and Shaq can clean up some of that stuff, where Mike didn't have a big guy like that, other than position-wise, as far as Dennis and Scotty could cover some of that stuff, but he was more intense on the defensive end than Kobe. But other than that, I think Kobe was a better long-range shooter, shooting the three than Mike, but they both were crazy athletic. I think Mike might have had his vertical maybe 2 inches higher than Kobe, but they both can get it done at the two guard.
No doubt.
And moving on to kind of back to the current day, we talked about the East, the Eastern Conference Finals. Kind of want to talk about the Western Conference Finals. You got OKC, you got the Timberwolves, you got SGA going against Anthony Edwards, kind of the two big names there. Who do you like in that series and why?
Man, that's going to be a tough one, man. But I've always said that OKC, they're so deep, and they play so hard defensively. And he's going to have his hands full. He's going to get his. But I don't know if the other guys are going to be able to sustain the amount of pressure that OKC is going to put on them, because they go 8-9 deep.
They do.
I think Minnesota might go 7 or 6. Rudy's he's not gonna be as much of a factor, because if he had a low post game, it'd be different. He only can do what he can do on defense.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have a low post game. Randall's going to have to stay in the post, because if he's out there casting threes, they have no offensive rebounding if Rudy's not in the game. So I'm picking OKC in 6.
Damn. I want to ask you one thing before you get out of here. I appreciate you hopping on, man. College basketball wise, you were a Big Sky Player of the Year, Boise State. At that time, had to be from Bakersfield to Boise. That was probably a little bit of a culture shock. What is the difference in college basketball now? Will the mid-major, like a Boise, a BYU, is pretty good, who made a run this year, are they done with this NIL and this transfer portal shit? Is the mid-major run in college hoops over with?
All right, before I go, let me correct that. I'm not on Twitter. That's not me. People are copying different stuff, but
that ain't you. I tagged you too. All right.
Yeah, that's not me. But I think with the mid majors, it's going to be tough. It's going to go back to old school recruiting, like they did when I was playing, where my college coach Bobby Dye came into the home. He came from California. I felt comfortable with that particular guy. But with the NIL deal, man, it's going to be tough, man. These guys are making more money than the coaches. So how are you going to keep a guy there where you can recruit, another coach can recruit a guy at another college and offer him more money to come to his school and play? So I'm a firm believer where I started, I'm going to finish, because I want to beat the best, not be the best. So you line them up, and if my team is the underdog, I want to stay there to prove that I don't care how much money they give you. It all depends. What happens is what we do on the court. And I like my chances against yours.
Nah, there's no doubt. I'm the same way. It's going to be tough, man, for this type of thing, but we'll see how it goes. What else you got going on now? What else is in the fire for everybody to know what you got going?
Hey man, I'm just working on my golf game right now, man. It's been bad for about 8 months. I got down to like a +2 handicap. Now I'm at a 2. So I'm tinkering with things. Down here, I work with the ex-military guys, retired military, every Tuesday. Go up there and have breakfast with those guys. Talk about current affairs, how the military is being worked with now with the new president. We give back to the community, give back to teachers, students, just giving back, man, because rest in peace, my father was always someone that said, you can't keep it unless you give it away. So giving back what you've learned over the years. You never know who you might touch. And whenever you leave the house, you're always auditioning for somebody, because somebody's always watching.
No doubt. Hey, real quick, we do a segment to end the show with our guest, Chris. We can't thank you enough. I want to do a little bit of a hell yeah or hell nah with Chris Childs. And I got to start right out the gate. Hell yeah or hell nah, Cooper Flagg will be a bust.
Oh. Hell no. Hell no. That kid is going to be dope, man.
I don't know why you even said that, JB.
Got to get some content.
That kid, what I saw when he did pre-trial the Olympics against the NBA players.
Oh,
yeah, he's a real deal, Holyfield.
Okay, I got one. I got the next one. Hell yeah or hell no? If the Timberwolves win the championship, Anthony Edwards will become the face of the league.
Hell yeah.
Over the MVP. Over the MVP in OKC.
The chip, baby. It's all about the chip.
Yeah.
You get it's the chip, then the MVP.
Like quarterback play, like I say, but yeah, what do I know?
You gotta get that chip first.
No doubt. Hell yeah, hell nah. John Stark's dunk on Jordan is the greatest playoff dunk ever.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's my boy, but hell no. Might be one of the greatest playoff Knick dunks.
Okay, I like that.
Greatest playoff Knick dunks. But playoff dunk, no, because I played with Vince Carter in the playoffs, and hey, he did some things down there in T.O.
Yeah, not for sure. All right, here go my last one. Hell yeah or hell no? This Knicks team would have beat your Knicks team in the playoff series. Hell no.
Hell no.
Hell to the no, to the no.
Hell no.
No, we have,
man, he a problem, no. You probably would have been guarding Brunson.
Absolutely. And we'd have got busy, but we had the advantage everywhere else but the point guard. Me and Charlie would have double team Brunson. And then now they would have to play in our era. So all that bumping and fouling, we bumps too.
Hey, I'm good friends with Charlie Ward, man.
That would have given that work.
Yeah.
Hey, I became close friends with Charlie, man, over the years. He sent me a lot of players. And I recruited a lot of his players from his high school that he was coaching at the time in Florida. And great dude, man. But
Yeah,
my
shout
last
out
one,
to Charlie, man. Shout out.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to get him on the show, too. Last one for me, hell yeah or hell nah. If the Knicks win it all, Jalen Brunson will be the greatest Knick of all time.
That shit ain't fair. Over Clyde, in this era, yeah, because of the young kids, hell yeah, because of this generation. This generation,
and Clyde and Walt.
Oh, I said this generation. That generation of the 90s, 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s is still Clyde, Patrick, Willis, Dave DeBuscher, Bradley. Rest in peace too, man. Dick Barnett passed recently, man. So rest in peace to his family and loved ones. But yeah, Jalen, he'll be up there because what he's doing is special, man. I'm in shock and awe because I played with his dad, saw him as a youth, and seeing how Dallas just gave away two of their best players ever.
Insane.
And they all they do was pay those guys, and they could have paid them long term, short term, didn't matter. But I'm thankful that they didn't, and we got him, and we getting ready to do something special. But yeah, he will.
If the Knicks win it all, it's gonna be like he ain't got to do nothing the rest of his life. You know what I'm saying? Like he's good. He's golden. Every TV commercial, like it's a wrap. Like
he's already Jesus. He's God. Once if they win it all, he can write his own check, man. He can go on speed. He can go and speak and not even play no more and make $1 billion.
Yeah, man. Them fans are wild out there, man. But I love it. So
no doubt.
Y'all see.
Chris, I can't thank you enough, man. You guys make sure you change it. You are on Instagram though.
Yeah, IG and Cash App and Facebook. I'm on all that, but that Twitter, that's not me.
Got you. I'll delete that tweet and then make sure you guys follow him on Instagram and make sure you guys donate to his cause, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate it all.
Yeah, man. Thank you guys, man. Enjoy, man. Peace.
Thank you, brother.
Peace.
Chris Childs, everybody.
Clap it up.
Yeah, legend. New York Knicks, Bakersfield legend in that building. Make sure you guys contribute to the cause. Appreciate you, Joe, for donating. Appreciate you guys for donating to his cause down in Jacksonville with the youth and with the babies, man. So shout out to everybody out there donating to the cause that he does out there with the youth. So make sure you follow him. We got another legend on also later on in the show in about 20 minutes. The great legendary Chucky Atkins joins the show. We'll take a quick break real quick, and we'll be back right after this. Pound that like.
There's a video going around of Oklahoma State head coach Mike Gundy, who had to move his press conference to a Zoom after getting headbutted by his cow.
To a Zoom? To a Zoom?
To a Zoom.
Well,
check this out,
a
homie.
little run-in with my cattle over the weekend, and I guess they've been watching us play and got headbutted. So I've got a bad eye that I didn't think would be particularly enjoyable for people when they were looking at my pretty face in a live interview. But more importantly, it's full of blood and I get dizzy, and so it's not easy to be upright and be in a normal function. But other than that, I'm doing great.
Other than that, I'm doing great. I'm gonna start with JB first, and then T. Rich. I want you to get a little chance to kind of get your thoughts all together. I see you're calculating right now. JB, what's going on with Mike Gundy? It seems like it's always just something with him, his program. It's something weird. He got headbutted by his cow. Moo. What's your take on that? What's going on, JB?
I think he got his ass whooped at a bar. I don't believe anything he says. He's an absolute fucking idiot. I kicked him out of my office several times for a reason. He's a fucking shitbird. And his son is shitty. I don't know why he gave him a scholarship. I saw him play in Oklahoma. I didn't even offer him to JUCO. And then he brought him to Oklahoma State, and he actually started some games. He's now at some fucking FCS school. The guy's a joke. I'm going to be honest. I'm 40. No, you are. You're fucking 60 now, and you're still shitty. And I think he got his ass whipped at a bar. I'm going to be honest. Show your face, because we'll know if a fucking horse hits you. Where'd the horse hit you? With his fucking hit him in his eye? I want to see your eye, motherfucker. I don't believe you got hit by no horse. Because T-Rich, it'd be hard to hit me with a horse in my eye. I want to see, where did the horse hit him? What kind of horse? And if it was a cow, what kind of cow hit him? Did a cow kick him, T-Rich? Did the cow absolutely get his foot up to a 6-foot body and hit that motherfucker right in the eye?
Right, because like it's not a donkey. A donkey might do that, or a horse. He said a cow.
You might be talking to your players and get them to believe that bullshit, like you got them to recruit and get there to Stillwater, because you're shitty. So you must have sold them a fucking hell of a car to get them to come to Stillwater. But you ain't selling me that a fucking horse and a cow hit your ass. I want to see your face. I think you got your ass whooped at a bar.
Well, who is the cow? Who is the cow? Me personally, and not calling nobody out, I think he might got Ike.
What?
I think he might got Ike.
Dun, 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 dun.
You remember that? You remember when Tina?
And
it's not, and it, hey y'all, I'm just spectating and looking at, I don't want guys to be, he, beating his. No, I don't want to say that, because obviously he getting beat up, right?
Have we seen his face? Have we seen his face? Anyone got a picture of him out there?
There you go, right there. That's all we gonna get. We seen Nick Saban, get beat up in the game, and he came out and said you should have seen the other guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he showed his face. He showed his face though, like a G.
Yeah, he told you right off the bat. Hey, they don't make him.
You saw me on Netflix wear a pink jersey and run.
You did that,
I got a penalty. I got a penalty, T-Rich. I said if I get a penalty, we wear pink. I got the penalty.
You saw it.
So he gotta have somebody have a mean right hook, or one of the players got hope though, or one of the parents. It's one of them, because
didn't they have a Heisman Trophy favorite running back who was supposed to be the #1 pick overall, and I haven't heard from him since
Ollie Gordon.
Didn't he get a DUI to start the season, and then I ain't heard from him since?
Man, listen, Mike is my guy. You want to know why? He's been my guy since 2011. When they lost that goddamn game to Iowa State, got us in the damn championship again. Or was it Minnesota? It was one of them they lost to, Oklahoma State. We needed them to lose. They did what they had to do, and we got up in that game. So you gonna keep getting your ass whooped like that, then it's on you.
Hey, well, fuck it. I'll go home tonight. I'll drink my yak and smoke my stick, and I'll get it back cracking.
It's Compton in the house. Without a doubt. It's Compton in the house. Without a doubt. It's Compton in the house. Without a doubt.
Yeah, it's time for a daily rant. I ain't did it in a while, and I got one for your ass because I'm fucking upset. I'm over it. I'm pissed. This is about to be Smitty's new state, California, where I grew up, the greatest state in America. Guess what's happened? Become the worst. Seemingly overnight, since the demonic fucking leadership displayed by what I believe is all through false voting, illegal voting, And you cannot tell me that pedophiles and child molesters and all these other fucking people can continue to get voted in California politicians. No way you can tell me that's real. This state is becoming red, and they're going to continue to say it's fully blue, and it's bullshit. California just raised a 65-cent per tax on gas gallons per gallon. And I just saw yesterday, Smitty, trying to get fuel in the boat. It's $7 on the water. And I'm like, hold on, homie. So you're telling me the state with the largest fucking population can't lower the prices when the rest of the whole country's lowered the prices in gas? California is the only state in the whole union. Fact, by the way, out of 50 states, 49 of them have lowered in gas. California is raised it. Californians, I don't know what to do. I posted a story that went kind of crazy. I just said it might be time for me to go. Leave this shit to Smitty. At this age in my life, I'm like, fuck, man. This is becoming ridiculous. Why are we the only ones raising our prices when we have Again, I said it last week. I truly believe it. They're going to turn this into a tourist attraction. And now let me read you something else, Smitty. My rant ain't done. State Farm, which is known for the big payout after the fires in Palos Verdes in January of this year. Like we jumpstart the new year with a fucking fire in 60-degree weather, and we decimate the most expensive land in all of America. And now State Farm and Governor Newsom agree to an increase by 17%. Not only is that, but State Farm's initial request for 22% was the initial increase, which was reduced to 17% after a court hearing. And this takes effect, Smitty, in 2 weeks, June 1st. So anyone that had State Farm, guess who had State Farm, Smitty? All the fire victims. How ironic that State Farm in California just raised the prices. Guess who has State Farm? Home coverage, me. So State Farm, dire financial situation because they had to pay out billions to the fire victims in January, just took a fucking 17% hike in California again, making this going to be a tourist attraction, the new fucking Las Vegas. I truly believe it with my heart. And I just can't fathom what we're doing here in California, dog. I just don't. I don't get it. There's no way that the citizens here in this state, that I know at least, are going for it and are absolutely, okay, it's okay. Raise the gas prices. Like, it don't matter. We got so much oil in California, Smitty. It's a lie. It's a fucking lie, homie. We're being lied to, and I don't understand why no one's fighting back, but it's shit or get out the pot time, homie. I try to believe, Smitty, and I always say, be part of the solution, not the problem. Fight it. If you love where you are, fight it. I've been trying my whole forever. I'm just like, dog, I don't know if there's a fight. When it's illegal and it's cheating, I don't know if you could fight illegal cheaters. I don't know if you could fight it and win at the end of the day. So it's a bad deal. I think it's going to be $8 gas here, Smitty, in a minute. And then you can go to Arizona and get gas for $2.50, 4 hours away.
Well, listen, I guess we'll find out. You never know what's true or not. I know Governor Newsom did push back on this report about this happening, putting out a tweet saying apparently all it takes to make headlines these days is publishing an unsourced study, he put it in quotes, by someone bankrolled by Saudi Arabia utilizing the scientific method of guessing. I would encourage reporters to check sources before lending your outlets credibility. As far as the gas, so this is what he pushed back and said. So
he been saying that for.
I know I'm just reading the latest article.
No. I know. I'm saying he's been saying this for 5 years as he's been saying it for 5 years as the prices have considerably gone up. Like, he keeps saying this, but the prices are going up. So I'm confused as to what is false. Why does he keep saying, look at the sources, when the sources are what Smitty and I put in every day at the gas pump? Isn't that the bottom line source? Like, I'm trying to
yeah, but I'll be real. Like,
isn't it fact based?
To see us be $8, like like for example, like where I pay gas at, it's like early 4s.
Mm-hmm.
So like
mine's mid 5s.
Yeah, so again, it just depends where you go to. I know I go to my little hood spot. It's like 4 and some change.
But the fact of my rant was
it being $8 by next year to me seems very unrealistic.
I don't know.
I just have to sit back and just see.
We'll find out right now.
Yeah,
we're
gonna find out.
No. We're gonna find out this summer because the summer is when the hike hits. So we're gonna find out real quick. The fact of the matter is, though, gas prices in California have spiked, where the rest of the country has gone down. That's the fact. Like our prices continue to roll up, and it's continuing to go down in states like Texas, Florida, Arizona, Georgia, South Carolina, New York. Why are the prices dropping there and going up here? Like, that's what I don't understand. And I get, to me, the macro scale of it, this is what he's going to live by and say. Well, they asked for 22%. I got him down to 17. So now people that his constituents and people that back him are going to say, oh, he got it down 5%. State Farm wanted to offer 22% insurance spike, and Newsom won. You didn't win. Newsom's in on the motherfucker, homie. Stop. 17% is a win. What do you mean? It's 17% higher than it was yesterday. I don't give a fuck if you wanted 22%. You act like that was a win? No, we lost 17%. I lost 17% on a spike to my home insurance. By the way, in California, State Farm don't even fucking cover in where I'm at flood or fire. I live in a mountain. What? Like, homie, it's becoming a joke for homeowners. It's becoming a joke for, like, Smitty, the most expensive cost I have every day is if I want to enjoy I guess the fruits of my labor and drive. You know, now it's a me problem. I'm not blaming nobody but me when I live where I live, because I choose to live where I live and want to get away. Yeah. So I live where I live. So my 2-hour drive to my yacht every day is on me. I'm not going to sit here and blame the people for my now earned privilege that I've earned in my life. I'm not going to blame nobody else.
You hella rich.
But that's the most expensive I got because I choose to go have fun on the fruits of my labor. I want to spend time on the boat when it's nice out on the water.
Right.
But getting there, homie, and then filling that bitch up there, like gas is number one cost. So, and it's for millions of Americans that are here in California. It's not just me. I'm not gonna cry and bitch over spilled milk. But the fact of it is that it's rising in a state with the most people when you could easily lower the price because we have so many people buying gas when we literally have the drill right here. Like, I don't know, Smitty. It's fucked up, but I'm kind of getting over it. I think a lot of Californians are getting over it, but State Farm and other insurances have left already over the last 4 years. Insurance is a joke. Try to go get multiple cars insured in California. It's absolutely it's almost impossibility to get full coverage. Most insurance companies in California, for anybody in this chat that lives here, you know, they won't even offer you full coverage because it's almost impossible to get. They'll give you the basic statewide liability coverage, and that doesn't cover the cars that you have if there's anywhere close to being nice. Like, I don't want to get hit by a fucking Hamas and my shit, he don't have insurance, and I'm fucked. That's what California is allowing right now.
Why you saying Hamas for?
Huh?
Why you say Hamas for?
Like, you know, if a guy hits me and he's not like really like a citizen, licensed or insured, I gotta pay.
But Trump is getting all those people out. So why you worried? Why you?
It's 30 million. You're not getting all of them out. It's 30 million that Biden and Kamala let in.
That's old stuff. Like,
no, it's not old stuff. It's still here.
I've seen all the videos.
You think all 30 million just got out at once?
Yeah.
I get it. That's why Democrats get murdered in the elections.
I hear you. We just had a Democratic president.
No, that's my point. That's why he got blown out. That's why he got blown out in the election. And then the other one you guys did win was fraud. But here, this is the crazy part about it.
Obama,
you know what's crazy?
By the way, if you haven't, it's a documentary on how they found Osama on Netflix.
I watched it last night.
Really good.
I watched it last night.
Good. I liked it a lot. I thought it was well put together.
He literally he literally ratted on himself. I don't know if you really realize he had 3 wives. He had 3. Here's the true story. He had 3 wives. My brother was over there during this time. He had three wives.
Yeah.
And without him telling us where he was, he told us where he was.
He kept doing fucking videos, and we would see the background. Like,
but the 3 wives were traced.
Social media era.
No, the 3 wives were traced though. Like that, he did that on purpose, homie, in my opinion, because I think he was also working with CIA and
that, and then he had, his courier.
Guess who though?
I was just watching like the last episode when the crew went in there and got him. I was in this motherfucker like that shit had me ready to do anything. Like that shit was hard.
You know the guy that actually often I'm a good friend with.
You always told me that, but he was the main one talking.
We'll get him on the show.
He said I was going up the stairs. He said our numbers wasn't right. I was right behind my
kids
man.
were in their room. Kids.
He said they came out and he didn't know if they were like bombers. So his man jumped on him. He said, I'm gonna sacrifice myself. He said, as soon as I turn, I see this 6'5" motherfucker, beard, great in the bitch. Osama. Back up. He said, we ain't got no time for no, he's dead, he gone. He said, I stood there. Man ran up to me. He said, you good? He said, what do we do next? Because he like, for a minute, he like, I just killed Ben Lyon. I'm like, my mind kind of gone. He said, we gotta get the computer. You right, my fault. That shit was hard on me. That whole thing was crazy.
Hey, so look, I've talked to Robert O'Neill privately, but
nobody died either. That shit was hard.
Hey, I've talked to Robert O'Neill privately, who he'll say different than that show, the depiction of that show on Netflix. He'll tell you that it's probably not true. My brother said that show is complete bullshit.
Damn, I love it too.
So I know, but you know how it is. But like people that were there are gonna say that was a design deal by our government, and that's what they're gonna say. And a lot of people I know that were over there say that. So it's curious. I'm curious. I didn't watch the whole thing yet, but I did start watching it last night. So
watch the whole thing and then get back with me.
You watch all? How many episodes is it?
Just 3.
Oh, okay. I'll check it out. I'll check it out. You gotta watch Happy Face Killer though.
You said what?
You gotta watch Happy Face on Amazon. It's a true story about the Happy Face Killer.
Oh, okay. Is it good?
But watch the series that's with the actors. Don't watch the true story yet. Watch the actual series on Prime.
Okay.
Do that first.
Okay.
Because it's a series, and I think they're gonna do a season 2. It's with Dennis Quaid though.
Okay. I'm gonna
check it out. Yeah.
Check it out. Obama walked in there real smooth afterwards, though. He had that long ass walk. American people. And see, when I watched that moment, and
you get the correlation.
White House cheering. I was telling also to my wife. I said, "Man, like this is like around this time, like we was just together. It was like fuck all the little right, left. Like we just fuck it. We together right now. We just killed Osama. I don't give a fuck with you, Republican, Democrat. We just killed Osama." You know what I mean? What he did with, it just was a moment where we came together. It'd be certain moments where it happens, but we can bounce all that a little bit later because we got a special guest, JB, and you got to introduce him the right way because this is a legend.
No doubt, man. The pride of South Florida, a bull.
Yeah.
He's a USF Hall of Famer, NBA veteran, man. Love watching him play when basketball was a man sport. Our main man, Chucky Atkins, joins the show.
What's going on, fellas? How y'all
What up,
doing,
brother?
Nice to meet you.
Good, man. Good. I appreciate you hopping on here, man. Hey, man, I said that with basketball was for men, man. What's the deal? We just had Chris Childs on, who 2-piece Kobe. He just left the show, and he was like, "Man, this shit is kind of soft. This shit kind of soft now, man. Where you at with this? Where you at with this, Chucky? You was a gangster on the court, man. I love watching it."
Thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. I'm at a place where, it's a lot different. You got to accept it for what it is. Obviously, they've changed a lot of the rules to give the guys with the offense a big advantage because people want to see high-scoring, games. They don't want to see people getting beat up no more in the games in the 90s. So they switched the rules up, and that's the way it is. I don't agree with it just simply because I would love to have played in today's game with all the threes being shot and the game being wide open. You know what I'm saying? That was more of my game. So these rules came a few years too late, I guess.
Let me ask you one more thing before Big Smitty dives in. I got to ask you the common denominator with all the OGs that have been coming on this show that played in the NBA or the NFL, or we've had multiple Hall of Famers on. The common denominator is games played. You motherfuckers play. You played 82 games, 81 games, 79 games, 82 games later in your career with the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 75 games later in your career with Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
These cats are playing 30 games, man, and getting paid quadruple what y'all got paid. I just that's the problem I have with this, and I think that is what makes this the league soft right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to watch, right? To a certain degree, because when we play, like, you knew that you signed up for 82 games. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the goal was. It's always 82 game season. You know it's gonna be rough. You know it's gonna be some spots where, hey man, it's gonna be days where you don't want to get out there, but you got to play. That's what we signed up for. To me, that's the soft side. Like, if I'm a fan, I want to come see. You know, everybody wants to come to see the stars, right?
Right.
So what happens if it's a team that only comes to Orlando one time a year? You know, the Western Conference teams only come one time, and Wemby don't play, or Anthony and Ant-Man don't play.
Right.
It's like, man, I paid good money to come see these guys perform, and then all of a sudden they're sitting out because of whatever reason. You know, oh, it's a pinky toe, or some crazy injury that you should play, like we had to play through. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that's the softest part. To me, it's like, man, you guys getting paid a lot of money to go out there perform. People paying good money to see you guys perform. Let's do that. Let's perform.
Yeah. To that point, though, you know, kind of bringing it back full circle and looking at the teams that we have remaining here in the Eastern Conference and Western Conference Finals, it feels like that even though this era is a softer era, the tougher teams of this era still were the ones that seem to prevail. We look at the Knicks, the Pacers, I would even say, to a degree. Let's start there on the East. What's your feel about the series? Pacers, Knicks, who do you like? Why do you like?
I think in the Pacers Knicks, that's going to be all a war. You know, last year those guys went to 7 games. You know, New York has changed their team up a lot. They kind of built up their wing spots to have to compete against the Tatums and the Browns. So I think Indiana has the similar makeup as those guys do, and it's going to be an amazing series. I'm going to lean towards the Knicks because I just like the way Obi plays. I like the way Jason Hart plays. Those guys play with a lot of grip. Mikal Bridges has added a lot to their team.
Yeah.
And it, you know, like you said, to your point, man, like all the better teams right now, you don't necessarily see a lot of guys from the Denver Nuggets sitting out. You don't see a lot of guys from the New York Knicks sitting out. You don't see a lot of guys from these teams that are still playing sitting out. You know what I'm saying? Those guys play every game. So regardless of what the new rules are, the teams that are going to win somewhat have an old school mentality.
Right. Exactly my point. So no, for sure. Okay, so what about out west? You got OKC and the Timberwolves. You got SGA, Anthony Edwards. That's gonna be a battle, I think, too. Me personally, I feel like OKC is a better team, but you know more than us in the playoffs, man. It comes down to like your best players, the guys stepping up in the biggest moments. So I guess who do you like in that series?
I'm going to go with Oklahoma City in the series. I think those guys have been playing extremely well all year. I think they've been playing a playoff style of play the whole year. So just because it's the Western Conference Final, I don't think that they'll play any differently. Those guys are deep. Those guys look to like they enjoy playing with each other. They enjoy playing for each other. And they just came off a grueling 7-game series against a game Denver Nuggets team, and I think that they're up for the task. I think it's going to be an amazing series. Again, you know, Ant-Man versus SGA, the matchup is going to be amazing. But I just think that at the end, Oklahoma City, I have a little bit too much, and they probably would prevail. But you know, that's why we play the games. We don't know.
No doubt. I want to ask some questions. You're highly known as a Piston, I think. Play with one of my boys I grew up coaching.
Detroit.
The Prince brothers, Shaun and those guys. Compton Dominguez, Compton alum right here.
For sure.
I want to ask you real quick, that Pistons team, how you guys stymied the Lakers and you went on that run. Unbelievable team performance, in my opinion. One of the greatest team runs I've ever watched in any sport, because you had stars, but I don't know if you had like a superstar that we look at now and say, oh, you had Jordan, Kobe, you had some great fucking dudes. You had dogs, I think. Like that's what I think won what got you over the hump. Do you see that? Do you see that in this new era Pistons team? Because I love what they're doing there right now, and how they built that team. It reminds me of your guys' team as far as the structure, the infrastructure of the roster. Am I wrong?
No, I think you're spot on. I think you're spot on. I think those guys have a guy like Cade Cunningham, and all of those guys are really, really good. They play together. They have a young nucleus, and that team kind of resembles the 04 squad that ended up winning the championship. You know, it wasn't one specific star. It was, you know, Chauncey and Rip and Ben and Rashid and Tayshaun, those guys. If you put those guys on any other team, they probably would have been superstars. But, you know, they sacrificed for the betterment of the organization and for the guys. And they were able to, you know, like you said, stymie the Lakers and win the championship.
No doubt. My second part to that real quick, you had some coaches that were dogs, on your ass, hard nosed. Like that's what we used to know as coaches. Nowadays, it seems like I'm seeing, at least I know what I see, players telling coaches like, no, stop talking. And I got this. Like I saw it the other day. I was like, what the hell? I saw Halliburton tell that shit to what's his name? I'm like, Carlisle. And I'm like, wait, what?
Carlisle old school though.
I'm saying, what's the difference between coaching now and can you coach the guys like we did back in the day with the money they make? Is that reasonable?
I think that's the disconnect. I think nowadays guys are making so much money to where coaches are somewhat scared to say anything to them. Where back in our day, like you had a guy like Larry Brown, you best believe, you bet your ass that you're finna get coached and you're gonna be forced to play the right way. Right, you got Doc Rivers out there. I think he's old school because he come from that old school era. But you know, things are so different now, man. You know, you got guys making $50 million a year. Like you got coaches out there, young coaches now. You got analytics guys that are in the game now. That you know, those guys, man. I'm making $50 million, man. Shut the hell up. I don't want to hear nothing you got to say, which is bad. But the great ones, they always want to be. They always want to be coached. They want to be put in position to be challenged. And that's still never change. You know, it's just, you know, things a little bit different. Like I said, you know.
No doubt.
Nah, most definitely, man. Most definitely. I want to go back to your Pistons a little bit. I know we on this show, we've recently had like a little debate about a player in Draymond Green as far as his value that he brings to like the Golden State Warriors. And obviously, we know he's a defensive guy, right? His numbers doesn't always showcase how good he can be. And a guy that got brought up in comparison to some degree was your former teammate, Ben Wallace, who's a guy who statistically, it may not jump off the board, but we know how valuable and much of a dog like a Ben Wallace was for your team. So I guess part one, talk about the value that Ben Wallace, you know, was for that Pistons team. And then part two, I want to transition to like the Draymond Green conversation. And do you see comparisons to any degree there?
Absolutely. Well, first of all, you have to think of it like this. Like Ben Wallace, I always try to explain this to people. Everybody has insurance, right?
Yep.
You have insurance to drive a car. If anything was to happen, you know that insurance is going to cover up everything so that you don't have to be out of pocket with a lot. Ben Wallace was insurance, right? Anything that needed to be done on the basketball court, he always had your back, and it was a relief knowing that he was behind you. You understand what I'm saying? Hey man, if I get beat, I know Ben Wallace is going to be somewhere behind me, either blocking shots or making a defensive play, getting a key rebound. He did all the little things that we needed to get done on the basketball court. You know, and you know, was he going to get out there and score 30 points every single game? No, but he would have moments of 17, 18 points, 24, 25 rebounds. Yeah. Right? And when you get a guy like that on your team who can dominate the game without having to score a bunch of points, that means a whole lot. So fast forward that to today's guy, Draymond Green. He does so many things for the Golden State Warriors that they aren't fancy. They don't catch your eye. But at the end of the day, you don't win 4 championships and go to state if Draymond Green is not on that team.
No Let me ask you something. I think this is why when people say, "Oh, you can't compare eras," this is why I use it. You have to compare eras, in my opinion, because the game has changed. Right, it's a perimeter game. Steph Curry's come in and the Euro League is kind of taking over the big man shooting threes. We're no longer down banging in the post.
Right.
Ben Wallace had to guard fucking Shaq. Like, I'm tired of hearing about this Draymond Green shit. I'm gonna be real. I had Samaki Walker on last week. He was like, "Dog, I get all that, and he's a great player for that team, but without those guys being on that team, I don't think that he wins a title anywhere else. Like, I don't think he can go. I don't think he can go anywhere and be a Hall of Famer. That's all my opinion.
But to Chucky's point though, too, like, for example, like as great as Ben Wallace was, if Chauncey Billups and Rasheed and some of those like scorers aren't on that team, yeah, he probably wouldn't have won a championship either because like his game wasn't as a scorer. He wasn't going out there to go drop 35 and but that don't negate the value and the importance of him on that team.
That's my point. His value, guess what happened? When somebody got hurt, he stepped up. Draymond had 4 opportunities this last week. They couldn't win one game, homie, to get Steph back on the court to win one without his GOAT. He's just, to me, an average guy. He's average. He's just a guy. He's just a guy to me, dog.
You are the NBA guy. Me and Jay, we can argue all day. We're really football guys at heart at the end of the day.
Right.
Educate us. So JB is saying Draymond should have stepped up and dropped 30 because Steph was going.
I didn't say that.
That's not what he do. Like,
that's never going to be Draymond.
Yeah, I didn't say that.
You know, the thing is everyone plays their role, right? Regardless of what the scenario is, I'm pretty sure the general manager for the Golden State Warriors know that, man, we ain't depending on Draymond Green to go out there and have to score 20 points a game every night for us. What Draymond is going to do is he's going to get inside the opponent's head. He's going to be the decent defensive captain. He's going to be the point forward on offense. He's the guy stirring the pot and making all the ingredients come together. That's what Draymond Green does, right? If you're depending on him to, Steph Curry goes down with a hammy, and you're depending on him to drop 30 to keep the series going, you're gonna end up where you're at now. So in Draymond's defense, hey man, I play my role. We got other guys on this team, and we're made a certain way to where if Steph Curry gets hurt, that's when your Buddy Hills and your
Jimmy's.
And your Jimmy Butlers and all of those guys, that's when those guys are supposed to step up.
Right, that's their role. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I just
Draymond has, and let's be real. Don't use one series. I've seen Draymond go out there in Game 7 of an NBA Finals and go drop 20-some points, 15 rebounds. So it's not like he hasn't done it. So I just defend him because I feel like he gets too much backlash because of his stats doesn't show.
I just Chucky. All my thing is like. I just don't see how. Let me just ask you this, and I just cut to the chase.
Okay.
Is the NBA Hall of Fame a little bit watered down by allowing certain guys in? My point is like Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame to me is like different. Like you should be different. Like you're a different animal. Like you're a top 50, 75 player ever or whatever. Right. I don't know if Draymond falls in that category. That's all I'm saying.
That's a really good question, man. Like I don't know if Draymond Green is a Hall of Famer, but I know he's really damn good at what he does. And like I said, if he's not on those teams, I don't think that they win. I don't know if they win 4 championships. But to your point, like the Hall of Fame is based off of what you do as a professional, right? What you is it wins or is it losses? Is it stats? Is it or is it a little bit of everything, you know what I'm saying? But I never want to be the one to say, is it watered down? I don't know, because there's a lot of Hall of Famers, and I never want to look down on any of those guys' accomplishments. But we could talk about a lot of guys that have made it that you could be like, okay, well, is he a Hall of Famer? Yes, no. Me per se, I don't see how a guy like Vince Carter's not a top 75 player. Right. I don't see how a Tracy McGrady ain't a top 75 guy.
Crazy.
But they're both Hall of Famers. And you got some guys that are in the top 75 that haven't went in that direction yet. So, you fast forward that to a Hall of Fame. Like, does Draymond Green, is he a Hall of Famer? I don't know. I can't answer that.
And that's my point. Like, nobody's saying like he's some garbage player. All I'm saying is the argument we've been saying is Hall of Famer. And that's just this argument that's been going on for a long time. That's the only thing I'm saying. Like, everyone keeps fighting for him as the Hall of Fame. And I've had Samaki on other guys that are like, I don't know about
it. Ain't the only thing we talk about, but yeah, that's the bigger.
But he also, Chucky, I'm gonna be honest, and my last question for you, I appreciate you coming on. My thing is like,
thank you guys, man.
The OGs, like you, yourself, and Chris Childs and other guys, Samaki, we've had on. They're like Draymond and Baron Davis went at this, had a show, and they were talking about the respect factor. This is what started this whole thing. And Draymond's like, well, I don't respect the OGs, and Baron's like, you crazy? They paved the way for us. They had strikes and other things for us to get more money, in which we're benefiting from now. How do you not respect the OGs that paved the way, just as in any part of life? And so that's what started this whole thing.
Well, we gotta clean that up though. He didn't just say I don't respect the OG. He's saying like I'm not gonna just automatically just respect you just because you're older than me. Like there has to be a mutual respect too. Like he said, there's OGs who don't respect this current era, and he's saying like y'all expect me to just automatically respect them just because they're older than me. So that was the more. It's not like he's walking around saying I don't respect the OGs for no reason.
Right. Well, I'll say it. I'm a speak from my perspective. Right. I'm a fan of basketball.
Right.
Regardless of what era you played in, hey man, regardless of what we may think, it takes a lot of fucking work to get to the highest level. Yeah. It takes a lot of fucking work to get to the NBA. No right. Doubt. And then when you get there, it takes even more work to fucking have to stay there. So I'm gonna always respect a guy that played on that level. Now, again, like we've been speaking of earlier, right? Yeah, man, I don't respect no guy there that's playing 30 fucking games a year. Like, how the fuck am I gonna respect that? And I had to play 82.
Right.
No
right.
Doubt. No doubt.
Right. You know, yeah, I wish I would have played in a lot easier. I think that this era is easier where it ain't so much touching. You don't hit the ground as much. You don't really have any real rivalry, I don't think, because the game is so
not today.
So light, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, do I dislike some of the things about today's game? Probably so, some of the stuff. But at the end of the day, I'ma always respect it. I respect the new age players just like I respect the guys from back in the day. You know, I've heard people say, oh, well, back in the day, Bill Russell them won a whole bunch of NBA championships, and they only had 9 teams, 10 teams. Hey man, that ain't his fault.
Right.
You're right. His job was to go out there and dominate, regardless of how many teams was in the league. Right? They won 11 championships or 12 championships. So hey man, that's not his fault.
Right.
You know, oh, Michael Jordan, he didn't play against all these shooters. Man, that man played against more Hall of Famers than anybody else did. In a time where the era with the basketball was actually harder. You think some of these guys could have took the ass whooping he took playing against the Pistons for all them years? Like those are things that they're debatable, but that's what those guys had to do in their time, then in their era. So I never want to take away their greatness. I just say, hey man, it's a different time.
Yeah.
Do I like to see the kids making $50 million a year? Absolutely, I do. You know what I'm saying? But I also want to see them play 80 games.
Right.
I also want to see them have a real rivalry. You know, I also want to see them understand that there's people out there spending good money to come see them perform, and we want them to play every night. That's it.
Yeah, I actually love that take. Like every era got its own battles. Everybody got their own entity. You know what I'm saying? Like this era might not have the shooters, but this era didn't have the physicality. Well, this era didn't have the Hall of Fame. Right. Everybody got their own thing, and it's just it's all just for debate of who would have adapted. You got to adapt to your era.
No doubt. Hey, look, and love watching these guys play. I love Jason Tatum, love Jaylen Brown, love Draymond Green, love Dame Lillard, love Steph Curry, love Ant-Man. I love these new generational guys. So it's interesting, and then you always got to give them props and respect them.
No doubt. Chucky, one of our guys who's a normal on our show every week. said to tell you hello. He said that his AAU team used to have to scrimmage you guys at USF. But the great NFL quarterback Shaun King said, "Tell you what's up."
That's my dog, man. Tell King I said, "What's up, man?" Hey, listen, I thank you guys, man, for allowing me to come on the show, man. And anytime y'all need me, y'all got my number. Holler at me.
Hell yeah, appreciate you, brother. Much love.
Yes, sir. Yes,
All right,
sir,
brother.
man. Respect, man.
No doubt.
Peace.
Chucky Atkins, man.
Point, man.
Legendary, man.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Got some real ones on today, but we got some real ones on.
Always.
Today was a little different. It's like more real. I appreciate that, man. If y'all ain't hit the like button today, then that's crazy.
Why though?
Just the energy. You just felt it.
We didn't have no white.
Two brothers, you know what I mean? That played a role.
They just say that. That's what I was looking for.
I'm saying the energy.
I was looking for that.
How they talk, the whole, you know what I mean? You know, just the everything. Just kept it real. It wasn't no favoritism, dog, nothing. Just kept it what it was. So.
No white guest today. Craig. Fuck. Anyway,
good job, Craig. Keep up the good work, Craig. This is one of your best days. One of your better days.
Brock Purdy is overrated as shit.
In summation,
can't wait to watch him bust.
Pause on the way.
The show's damn near legit. This show is damn near legit.
Yeah, I'll be having to clean stuff up, but yeah, we almost there. Then once we get a little bit more bread, we'll get a real full-time researcher. We'll get somebody to prep you to make sure you got all the facts.
Get you a backdrop, maybe.
Well, I got a backdrop, just situation to situation, you know.
Get you out of there, maybe.
That's the only way to do it. Yeah. So otherwise, y'all gonna have to deal with this. Is what it is.
Let's finish up with this thumbnail real quick.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy got paid. Clap it up. Shout out to him getting paid, right? Shaun King was like, he shouldn't take $1 less than Tua. I think he took $500K less.
Yeah, he did.
But let me ask you, they paid him after they lost a lot this offseason. We'd argue more than any other team, right? Well, it is they lost more than any other team. That's fact. Let me ask you, I don't see the replacements in talent, though, to go around Brock Purdy. And that's my biggest takeaway from this signing, that they locked up Mr. Irrelevant. I get it. So that means that they must have respected him enough to say, here's the money, here's the bank card, take it. And now we got to go build a roster around you. When I think he came into a situation that the roster was there, he led them to a Super Bowl, came up short, but then you lose a lot to pay him. And that's how it looks like. You had to pay him, so you lost a lot. Now, I think they've upped Kittle. I believe their best linebacker, though, still hasn't figured out his contract yet. If they don't get him done,
they're going to sign Fran Warner.
Yeah, Warner's in dispute right now. You got a disgruntled, what it seems like, Ayuk, who just signed a big deal, who's always in the rumor of trade. You got rid of Debo. You got a CMC coming off an injury that we know is hard to recover from at running back. And your best receiver is Brandon Jennings, who now is going to be suspended, I believe, to start the season. So
Jawan
Jennings, sorry. I'm trying to figure out where the talent is that you lost on defense and on offense. Where is it being replaced to have a guy that I believe is a bus rider, not a bus driver? So my whole roundabout point to this is, Smitty, are you comfortable with this guy being paid this money on a roster that is now what it is to lead your future organization? That's all I'm saying. That's just the truth of the matter. That's all I'm saying when it comes to the signing and all that. I don't give a fuck. It's just your money. Good for you. I'm just breaking down the actual fact of the roster versus what's going on down the line. Our poll question, Smitty, was, can they get back to the Super Bowl? I don't believe they can. So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it's a tough conversation to have. Because like I said, like from a straight talent standpoint, do I believe he's at the top tier? No, I don't. I think he's middle of the pack. But when I look at all the success he's had, when I look at the Shanahan system, the fact that I think he fits the system, he knows the system well. Brock Purdy is a guy who's like tough, gritty. He's going to try to play every single game. He's not some diva at all. I think he's a good leader.
Respect that.
like he checks off all the intangible. Like he does a lot. Like it's just the one area that we feel like he's lacks in is like the actual skill part of it, right? Which is like that's why we're like, is he worth that money? But if I'm an organization and I'm trying to find a quarterback to stabilize my franchise for the long term, who listens to me, who I can coach up, coach tough, and he can take it, understands my ways, has shown that we put the right pieces around him, he can take us to the promised land. It's like if I have that right now in my locker room, why risk losing that to go gamble and try to find somebody else when who's out there? Yeah, you could say go get Aaron Rodgers for a year, but okay, get Aaron for a year, you still lose. Aaron retires, and now you don't have nobody at all. And even the recent version of Aaron, as much as I like him throughout his career, the last version of Aaron we saw is decent. I don't know how much better he is than Brock Purdy. He's right around the same ballpark, if anything. So it's like, who else is out there? It's not like they had a chance to go get some big time guy. They didn't have some top 5 pick in the draft. It is one of them things where it's like this was the best option for them. I think so. And again, at least you know this. If we get the right pieces around them, we can get to a Super Bowl. We know that. That's verified. So it's like, okay, bet. Let's run it back. And listen, they probably know more than us. Maybe they're seeing CMC's recovering. They're like, CMC's back. He's going to be good. Remember, they're looking at Brandon Ayuk. Ayuk's back. They got Juwan Jennings, who we saw who could be a legit receiver. You got Kittle, who's probably our top 3, if not number 1 tight end in the game. You still got Trent Williams back. You still got that. They got a lot. As much as we say they lost, they got a lot of pieces back too if they're healthy. So again, I think we just got to sit back and see. I think the Niners will actually surprise us a lot this year. I don't think they'll be in the Super Bowl, but I think they'll be a lot better than like what we're thinking, if I'm being honest. So
yeah. Last 5 minutes of the show, you guys pound that like for us, subscribe, become a member, head on over to CoachJBStore.com, get you some new merch, and make sure you head on over to BetUS today. Use our promo code CoachJB, drop a bet. NBA Final or Western and Eastern Conference Finals are here, and then the NHL Conference Finals are here. Smitty, speaking of Aaron Rodgers, I see the chat going crazy at Pittsburgh. Meanwhile, Pittsburgh doesn't have a quarterback, right? That's kind of the topic. I got a little insight on something that broke that a lot of people may not have out there. It's out there, but I don't know if a lot of people have read or heard the story. But his book author came out recently and said he knows why the delay is occurring on why he hasn't said yes publicly to the Steelers. And I'm going to read you what his author said real quick. He said, quote, I just think verbally behind the scenes, not that he guaranteed it, but he's told the Steelers and Tomlin, listen, I'm going to play for you. I just don't want to go there and then miss part of mandatory minicamp because of my personal issues, end quote. So what do you say to that? And that's pretty much what we've been saying. No way Pittsburgh's gone this far without having some sort of gentleman's agreement on the back door that no one knows about it publicly. We agree that that's probably what's happening. But why say personal issues? I think that's telling Mike Tomlin, though, that you have a lame duck quarterback. I don't know if I want that in my locker room, but I see the ploy he's making. It's a marketing ploy to catch up, to make sure that he doesn't take bad PR when he does say publicly, I'm a Steeler, and then don't show up like he did in New York and goes on a Pyramid Gaza retreat or whatever. So I can see why this is being pushed this way. But my question to you is, when then does he show up? Because OTAs are here. So does he? So Mike Tomlin, I find it hard pressed that he's allowing this guy to just walk into the locker room in July and August and say, all right, we're playing a month, huh? Like, I don't. That's what I'm tripping off of. I don't understand that part, but his book author kind of has alluded to that.
Yeah, that's interesting, man. Wow. Yeah, I wonder what he means by personal issues. I wonder, is it like actual issues, or is it just like your point? Like, I just want to do my thing in the summer. I'm old as hell. I don't want to be at all these little early things, and I don't want to cause, like you said, public attention like I did with the Jets as far as me not showing up, this, that, and third. So we gonna keep it like this.
Oh, now after all my drama,
and then I'm gonna pull up, and now I was like, all right, I'm not a distraction to the team. You know, because
I don't.
That is kind of what it sounds like.
But let me ask you this real quick too. Is he good enough to just walk in the locker room now in August at 41 years old with an Achilles?
No.
You said it.
I've always been a fan of Aaron Rodgers, but I just don't think this version of him is good enough to be in a new team, new system, new weapons, and just pop up a month before and just be ready to go. I don't think so.
Tell the room. I don't know. And I'm not going to ever question Tomlin's tactics or coaching philosophy or his culture there, because we know what he's done with ABs and all the huge inflated egos in Pittsburgh over the years. He's kept it on the wrap. No one knew anything about AB's troubles off the field. Nobody knew anything about the beefs that occurred in that locker room. He's a great leader of men. I'm not going to start now questioning him. I'm not going to start now questioning him. The issue I have is how, I guess, is just my own question. How do you allow this cat to walk in this room this late when traditionally the Pittsburgh Steelers are a very tightly knitted, well-organized machine, multiple Super Bowl winning franchise? I just don't know how at this age Mike Tomlin is living with this guy as his savior, because I think Mike Tomlin, again, will be rumored to be on the hot seat if they don't start off with a bang and go on this, ultimately win at least a playoff win that he hasn't.
I think he's desperate. I think Tomlin is desperate. I think the Steelers are desperate, and they have not been able to find the right QB since Big Ben left. They try to go with the old vet, and Russell Wilson had success for a while, but then when it got late, it started to get ugly. Try to go the young route from the draft, the Kenny Pickett's of the world, etc. It just didn't work. So now I think they're I think they're at a point in time now where, as crazy as it sounds to us, I think there is some fire underneath Mike Tomlin's seat, and he's like, man, I gotta do something. I have to do something. I can't get a top guy, a Lamar, Joe, none of them. They're all locked in. The draft, there was nobody in this draft that we felt like, okay, let's go win it today. So I was like, man, I got to roll the dice with a guy, Aaron Rodgers, who showed some flashes last year of some greatness. And if you look at his stats wasn't that bad. It was pretty solid, very, very comparable to actually Patrick Mahomes if you actually go break it down. So it's like, okay, he still has some juice there. If we go out there with that same great defense that we've been playing with every single year, and if Aaron can just be solid and consistent throughout the year, then maybe we can go on a little run, make it to an AFC championship, and just see what happens. And I think that's where he's at. So he's like, listen, if I got to let this man go do his little trips early in the summer and do his thing, and I got to just wait, as long as I got some sort of LOI, little letter of intent, some sort of thing behind the scenes to where I know for sure you ain't going to play us, and you come in here, hey, go do your thing, but when you come here, be fully ready. And I think that's
Smitty, as we wrap up, he's also the biographer of Aaron Rodgers, Ian O'Connor is his name. He's also just released something I just saw right now, and he's saying that Aaron will likely sign and announce his signing with the Steelers this week. Just saw it on his Twitter. So
why is this guy? Why is he the one saying it? You think Aaron just told him to go ahead and do it?
I don't know, dog. Is he trying to one up McAfee and trying to get the word out there before McAfee?
It's weird.
I assume that it's going to be on McAfee.
It might be on our show though. We don't even, we don't.
I'm just saying, right? We're Pittsburgh native, Yinzer.
What's that?
Yinzer. That's like a Pittsburgh native. That's like what they call a Yinzer. That's a Pittsburgh guy.
Sound racist. I wouldn't even use that word. That just sound like weird.
No, there's no such thing as race anymore.
So yeah, man. We'll see, man. It'll be a very interesting week. And hey,
who's it?
Great show. So make sure y'all tune in. You stay locked in for tomorrow. We got even more show tomorrow.
I didn't see that in the back.
This is Larsa Pip, but it ain't nothing to look at. And then yeah.
Who is it?
Larsa Pippen.
Who's Larsa Pittman?
Larsa Pippen.
Who's Larsa Pippen?
Pippen.
Oh, that's the broad. That's Pippen's son. I mean, daughter.
No, ex-wife.
Oh, ex. Oh, that was fucking the youngsters or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't care about that. Yeah. Bailey, I don't know why you put it in there.
So yeah, man. Appreciate all the love we getting on IG, man. Everybody been laughing at our clip about how you top 3 reasons ways you hire coaches, and people been calling cap.
Are they?
People been calling cap on what you were saying, because I kind of called you out at the end. I'm like, either A, this ain't your real strategy of how you hire coaches, or B, it is, and some of these coaches have took your chick from you, and that's how you got them on staff. So people just they like, two things can't be true. So
content. I also know you were hurting real bad with followers and shit, so I wanted you to win that so you can get some new followers.
I don't care nothing about no followers. I mean, my stuff
leaders create more leaders, not followers. So I wanted you to get some shit going. So I wanted to help you out on your social media following. So shout out.
Was 904. I don't get paid for overtime.
Real quick, I'll give you a little prelude. There's only about 1,300 people on YouTube right now. I want to give all you guys a take on tomorrow's legendary status on who's joining the show. And Bailey, why don't you hop in and tell everyone the legend that will be joining the show tomorrow? True legend.
Are you talking about legends? Or are you talking about what we're going to put on the thumbnail tomorrow?
No, legend joining the show, the guest.
Okay, so tomorrow, Rick Ballou joined the show talking all things Travis Hunter and Jags. As you know, that he takes part in Jags OTA, and at 8:30 Pacific tomorrow, we got Jim Lampley, legendary Jim Lampley, joining the show. Big time guests, and another loading lineup on Talk That Talk Tuesday.
Jim Lampley with or after Steve Kim?
After Steve,
I'm gonna have to ask Steve if he can stay on with that motherfucker.
It depends. You know, he got going Whitlock though, so I don't know.
I know. I gotta ask him if he could rearrange his schedule, homie. Cause I don't know anything to ask Lampley.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just here the whole time. I don't just in awe.
I don't know shit to ask Lampley. So I need Steve Kim to be on the show as a co-host.
Let him lead the whole thing.
Just let him. I'm just gonna sit here like.
I'm gonna talk about today's boxing though. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna talk about just like fights. Pacquiao's back about to fight in July, which is insane. I say he's posting training videos, so I'm gonna just talk about that. I'll ask about like the biggest fights he's called, the biggest moments, like his welcome to the league, welcome to the ring moment, just stuff like more broad questions. There won't be nothing specific unless Steve is here. Then Steve can give the real specifics. You know, Jim. Back in 1982, there was a fight. You were doing the play-by-play. I believe it was Tyson versus Hampton. It was his second fight of his career. And you said, and I quote, Tyson will be one of the greatest boxers of all time. In that moment, Jim, how did you know and what did you see that told you that? Like that's how Steve be like really breaking down and slicing it. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Mr.
Also, we got to update the new Steve. He got the gray.
Yeah, he looked way different in that picture. I look like Steve, like
Jim
Steve Wong or something, like another, Steve Jim, like another Steve.
Racist as fuck. Come on, that Wong.
Jet Li
that's more racist than anything I've ever said.
Nah, you said it's hell no.
Anyway, I got to take a piss like a Russian racehorse. We are back tomorrow, 21 hours from today. So put it in your calendars. Tell everyone you know. There should be at least 5,000 people live in here tomorrow to see Jim Lampley give some real stories on the realest show on planet Earth. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
Okay.
This the real JB. You better find get real quick.